Hey you guys, welcome back. So, today's vlog has been my first trimester. I talked about this holding my couch 10 different clips in this video. And real quick, let me just say, because I just rewatched this back because I was filming it over like a 2-month period. The amount of times I repeated myself, I'm so sorry. My memory is apparently not great. So, sorry about that. But anyway, this is my trials and tribulations of making it through the first month. As of today, I'm 14 weeks. I'll be 15 weeks on Tuesday. Today is Saturday, so I'm like 14 and a half weeks. But this journey has been really great, actually. It's been really good. I was talking to the father yesterday, and I was saying how I want one more, and he's like, you haven't even had this one yet. Like, he was like, you don't even know. And I was like, no. I was like, I do know. I was like, if every pregnancy is this easy, and I know it's not. I've been really lucky, but I was like, I would do it again. I'd definitely do it again. So, do think I want to. But anyway, so I'm going to let you guys get started. Again, I'm sorry I repeated myself so many times. But that's what happens when you're filming, 1 week at a time. You don't remember what you said the week before, apparently. So, sorry for repeating myself, but I hope this video is helpful to you guys, especially you new moms. And, yeah, I will catch you guys in the second trimester vlog, which will be up a couple months from now. Nowhere close to now. So, enjoy this one for now. Okay, so I am between 5 and 6 weeks pregnant. This was my test that I took. It's like faded now, but I felt like I should keep it and not throw it away. I don't know. Does that matter? But this is the one that I took at home. So, okay. This past weekend, I had noticed that I was like kind of having menstrual cramps, and my boobs were sore, and that's pretty normal for when I start my period, but I noticed that they'd been sore for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and I thought it was a little off, and but honestly, I really wasn't even late on my period or anything, so I was just kind of like, whatever. But then I woke up on Sunday and just got this like random urge. I keep pregnancy tests around the house because I'm sexually active now that I have a boyfriend, and I just like to know. I'm paranoid, and we were not being overly careful, obviously. And I took a pregnancy test on a whim, and it immediately was like pregnant. I just like could not believe it. Like, so I didn't have any like strong thoughts. I didn't expect it at all. And I was just like, okay. So I got the positive test on a Sunday. So the next day I called. There's like a free clinic in the area, which was really nice. I don't know if they do that everywhere, but like, they had one here, and I called them. I was just like, hey, like, I just got a positive pregnancy test yesterday, and I just don't know what to do. And they're like, oh, like, you just come here and we'll do a medical grade one. And basically, if you are, then we have somebody that will sit here and talk to you and give you the information you would need and get you the paperwork you'll need to take to your OBGYN. So I was like, okay. So I went up there and they did the test. It was like religion based or like Christian based. And they made me like mark what my beliefs are. And like, I don't mind talking about my beliefs, but I also like try not to offend anybody. But I'm just like, I consider myself spiritual. I don't have any like set rules. Like, so that's why I wouldn't say like I'm a Christian or anything. I'm open to the, possibility that there's like maybe a God. I believe there's maybe some sort of higher power. There's like too many things that are like coincidental, so I'm like, yeah, like I could see that. But I'm also like, I would not label myself as a Christian. So she like did the whole Bible talk, but they were really nice about it. Like, they weren't like pushing it or forcing it on me. They asked me, they were like, is it okay if we tell you about this? I was like, sure. Like, I never mind it. I think it's like almost more rude to just be like, no, don't talk to me about your stuff. Like, they were saying it really nicely and all of that. And then they did like a little prayer for me and all that. And I did have to talk about Jesus for like 30 minutes to get my test results, which I was kind of like, I was getting kind of bored. I was telling Becca it was really hard for me not to like pick up my phone and start texting, and I was like, I can't, it's literally just me, her, and this other lady in the room, like it'd be really obvious. So I knew I couldn't do that, but that's kind of like what I wanted to do. It's just like, all right, like I get it, like it felt like being back in Sunday school, honestly, but like I'm not complaining because they did a lot and it's a free thing, so I thought that was really cool. So, and they offer a bunch of things too. Like they gave me these classes that I can take, and if I take 10 classes, then they either give me a free car seat, pack and play, or a month's supply of diapers. So I was like, okay, like I'll take the classes because I really do want to know all the right things to do. I've been like extremely cautious. I've like everything I eat, I'm being like very specific. Like I'm like making sure like, okay, all this is okay before I eat it. I really like, you guys know I have a serious Red Bull addiction. As soon as I found out, I have not drank a Red Bull. All I've wanted is water. Like literally I got myself a small coffee this morning and I was so excited about it, and I tasted it. It was delicious. Then my stomach was like, it's a little too creamy. Like I'm good. I'm like, this kid, I'm telling you, has like decided that it is going to make all the decisions. Like it is I only want chicken and fruit. Like I'm normally like a pasta eater. I like really cheesy stuff, rice, like those kind of things. And all my usual cravings I don't want right now. All I want is like grilled chicken and mandarin oranges. So random, but I mean, it's like stuff that I like, okay, but it's not usually something I crave. Like, I just ordered myself this strawberry salad from this place down the road. Oh my God. I had it the other day. It like changed my life. I was like, oh, this, I can already tell you this is going to at least be an early pregnancy craving. And I don't know if that's going to like change throughout. This is all brand new to me. I haven't, like, I've never looked into being pregnant. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I thought maybe I was infertile or something. Like, not that I've ever tried for a kid, but like I also never gotten pregnant. So I know people like first time they have sex or whatever, they get pregnant. So I was like, maybe I'm just like infertile, you know? And no, apparently not. So anyway, I have an ultrasound on the 21st. I've been watching like tons of videos of like women like vlogs and stuff talking about like their pregnancy and like, you know, tracking everything through. And I was like, that's really smart because I haven't announced it anywhere yet. By the time you see this, obviously it will have been announced, and I'm planning on doing like a separate video announcing it and then uploading this vlog because I found like being newly pregnant and not knowing shit about it, that having other people's vlogs that where they're talking about like what they experienced and how they did things and all that is really helpful. So I was like, I could do that too. So that was why I chose to do that. So yeah, right now I'm not having any more morning sickness. I was having some trouble sleeping, but I got a list of approved medications from my doctor at the place I went to. And there was a sleeping medication on there. So I took that last night and I slept so good. It's not like something I'm going to take regularly, but I think like I was telling my mom, I was like, I think that's like how I'm going to do things is like I had a week of really bad sleep and I was like getting headaches and I was really exhausted from it. So I was like, I think I'm going to do it like that like every now and then if I'm like really feeling burnt out and I need like a really good night's sleep and I don't have to work or anything the next day, I'll just like take a little medicine, you know? So that was having a little issue, and like this is probably like really TMI, but I was very constipated and I'm not now. Feel a lot better. But other than that, like I said, I am having like the food aversions, and like I didn't even realize it until like I knew what was happening. Like I noticed that my cravings, like, because I always am like very much like, okay, what do I feel like eating, and like I'll like make that thing. But like I said, I keep a lot of pasta and stuff in the house. I don't want pasta. Like the thought of like marinara sauce and stuff like sounds terrible right now, which is so random. But I've been wanting, like I said, like salads, fruit, grilled chicken, but also the Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets, and I have to have the Chick-fil-A sauce with it. That's like been my heaven on earth. And their ketchup, their fries and ketchup. So good. But like I said, the normal stuff I eat, I have not wanted. The coffee thing really got me this morning though. I was kind of like, all right, kid, like, For real. Like, I'm fine with drinking water. I've been trying to drink, because I used to love a good, like, alcoholic drink here and there whenever I go out to a restaurant and stuff. So I was like, okay, well, let me try, like, a Coke. Let me try Sprite, whatever. And, like, no, I don't like any soda. I just want water. So I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to get my little tiny coffee. I'm going to be so happy. And I got this coffee. They called it, like, wedding cake. And it was almond and vanilla. And then I got raspberry cold foam on top. It was so good. Took, like, 4 sips. Didn't want any more. I did make myself drink it, but, like, it was like the kids just like, no. I'm like, can I have, like, one thing I like? Like, is that okay with you? Like, literally, like, mandarin oranges. Okay, so I've been on such a kick of mandarin oranges. I hadn't had them in years. And then I had this strawberry salad, and it had mandarin oranges in it. And I was like, oh my God, this is, like, heavenly. And I've been craving them ever since. And I was like, I was going to go to the grocery store today. I don't know if I'm going to have time, because I colored my hair and everything this morning. And I know somebody's going to try to be like, you can't color your hair. Like, I did the whole hair school thing. I know that I can. If I was going to lighten it, then it could go funky. But I do like deposit only. And I use demi color with, like, a low volume developer, and then semi on the rest. Like, that's just on my new growth, and then semi on the rest. So anyway, I dyed my hair this morning, and I have to get ready because I'm going out with my grandpa this evening. I gotta try to convince him again to go to the assisted living, because he's been very against it. He still thinks he's, like, very much in control and can take care of himself, and he's just not. I know you guys are like, why are you putting glue on these so many times? Usually I just do twice, because I'm like, I like to make sure they're stuck on there, you know? But this time I let it dry a little too much because I was blabbing, so that's why I'm doing a third time. But I'm just going to add a little bit extra. This one's actually pretty good. Anyway, hopefully you could hear that. You know what I've noticed is I do these vlogs, and then, like, I get this, like, thinking voice where I, like, mutter, and I'm like, I've watched my vlogs back, and I'm like, you couldn't even hear that. Why was I talking like that? So anyway, I went to Chick-fil-A this morning, because the only thing that sounded good was, like, a chicken biscuit, and I was like, oh, and they have fruit cups, I'll order a fruit cup. And I got the fruit cup, and, you know, fruit cups are usually, like, strawberries, blueberries, maybe some melon or whatever. I took the fruit cup out of the bag, and there was mandarin oranges in there, and I teared up a little. I was so excited. So, that's how it's starting. I have not told very many people yet. I told, obviously, Brandon, the dad. He knew first, and then I told Becca, who's my best friend / assistant that you guys have at least heard about. She doesn't like being on camera, so you haven't seen her, but you know who Becca is, most likely. My sister knows, my mom knows, and then my friend Nicole Dunn Grooming knows. But I'm really, like, I just want to, like, make sure, like, I'm still early, you know, so I just, like, obviously the chance of miscarriage is still there, which is really scary. So I just don't want to, like, make announcements and then God forbid something happen. I would rather just, like, keep it quiet. I go for an ultrasound. I think I'll be, like, between, like, 7 and 10 weeks for my next ultrasound, because, like, right now they're going off of, like, my missed period. So if this is, like, your first time, like, basically what they do is they ask you the first day of your last period. So mine would have been January 2nd, and today is February 6th. So I caught it, like, really early, assuming that my last period was actually a period and I wasn't just spotting. So when I go for the ultrasound, they'll be able to tell by, like, how big the baby is, how far along I actually am. So right now it's just a guess based off of when my last period was, but that could obviously be different. But yeah, I've had a little bit of lower back pain, some trouble sleeping, which I didn't even really think anything of at first, because I always kind of have trouble sleeping, especially if a lot's going on, which a lot is going on right now with my grandpa and all that stuff. So I didn't think anything of it. I noticed that my skin is drier than usual, but it's also been cold out. So it's like all of these symptoms, I'm like, well, it could also be this, you know, but, anyway, that's mainly it. I'm definitely having food cravings and food aversions, and, but it's not like, I don't know, the food aversion's just like, oh, that does not sound good kind of thing, you know, but I'm being, like, very specific. Like, I only want very specific things, which is a little inconvenient. Because like the other day, me and Becca were gonna go to Chick-fil-A, and I wanted Chick-fil-A, but then when we were driving down the road, I was like, I want German food. So we started looking up German restaurants, and then I got in my head, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get like sausage and mashed potatoes and all that. It's gonna be so good. I was so excited, and all the German places were closed, and it was like so hard for me to come up with something else I wanted, because I didn't want Chick-fil-A anymore. And then I was like, so in my head, like, I want sausage and mashed potatoes, but nowhere else has that. Like, not like the bangers and mash, you know what I mean? Like, it's specific. Like, I could probably go somewhere and order that, but the flavors aren't going to be right and all that. So anyway, I ended up settling on this strawberry salad that I'm obsessed with right now. And all was okay in the world, but that, like I said, specific food requests. And I just want water and no coffee, apparently, which is really disappointing because I love coffee. But we'll see. Maybe that will change as time goes on. But anyway, I just wanted to start. I was like, this would be cute to like do a vlog as I like go on, because I've seen people doing that, and I can do little recordings of like when I'm gonna go for the ultrasounds and stuff like that. So it's exciting. I'm really nervous, but I'm really excited. So, and yeah. Maybe you guys will meet Brandon. I wasn't really expecting that to happen. I like kind of like to keep that part of my life separate and like kind of private, but like you may end up meeting him, because obviously he's gonna be around now forever, essentially. At least the rest of my life. Like, that's so weird. Like, I just have never thought of like being committed to somebody in that way, you know? So just like, all right, well, we're in this together, let's do it. And this will be his 4th. He's older than I am. He's 42. He's got 3 kids with his ex, I guess. They were never married. They were together for like over 20 years. So you know, they had 3 kids together and all that. So he was kind of just like, oh my God, because like he thought he was done having kids. And then like I did, like he knew I wanted at least one, but also like we had talked about it. Like we were like, oh, you know, we're gonna like down the road, we'll plan for it. Like we had all these plans in place, but it's like that saying that life is what happens when you're making other plans. That's what happened. Because like I said, I thought I was infertile. Like it was just very unexpected, but like not bad. I'm actually really excited, which I was so like thought I wouldn't ever have kids, that this is just like so unreal. So anyway, I just wanted to track my journey. I thought it'd be fun. I thought it'd be helpful to other people, and it'll be nice to be able to look back on it one day and be like, oh, like there's where I first found out I was pregnant, you know? I should have filmed it. Like it was just so shocking, but I should have filmed like that day. And like even, was it yesterday? No, it was on Monday. Today's Wednesday, that I like went to the clinic and everything and like found out for sure. I should have filmed my like reaction, but honestly I was just like in such shock that like I couldn't really talk about it. Like now that I'm like really thinking and everything, I'm like, this is so different, you know, but exciting. So Baby Grooms by Janine is coming in October 9th. Crazy. Another Libra. We love it. All right, so I thought it'd be like smart to do like, maybe I'll do like 4 vlogs, because I get that most of you guys aren't coming on here to watch me being pregnant, but that's like the YouTubers that I've watched that their channels are not dedicated to like being pregnant, that have gotten pregnant. That's kind of how they've done it, is like combine it in, so that way there's not like tons of baby talk in the regular videos, that for the people that just want to watch Grim. Look how he's peeking over my shoulder, it's so cute. So I'm just gonna split up by trimester, because I think that would be nice. Do 4 good vlogs on that for the grooming moms to watch. So I'm still early. I don't think you guys are gonna be able to tell. You see, like it's like so little, but I can feel it. It's like really firm. So I don't know, it's so bizarre. But I am noticing that either it's because I feel so much more cool, calm, and collected, or B, that they know. I had a big doodle the other day. I haven't announced it to anybody. I'm really nervous, you know, to announce too early. This is my 1 cup of coffee a day. That's all I've been drinking, and then lots of water. But I've only, right now, Brandon, who's the dad, knows, I think I may have already said this, my sister, my mom, Becca, and Nicole, and that's all that knows, because you know it's still early, so I don't want to like go and tell everybody and then God forbid something happens. So by the time I tell everybody, I think I'll be in my 2nd trimester. So anyway, none of my clients know right now, obviously, and I went to my big doodle house the other day, and he walked straight up and like smelled my stomach, and I was like, and he's got babies at his house, like it's grandbabies, but they're there all the time. So I was like, he's seen pregnant people before, so he was on to me. But I haven't had anybody notice. Nicole was telling me that she was pregnant at one point, and that she was like 5 weeks along, and she was already showing, and her mom knew. And like, I haven't had anybody be like, are you pregnant? You know, like, nobody's guessed so far. It's still just like very weird. Like, the only thing that like very much is just like, yeah, there's no doubt, is like my appetite is so that I want a lot more food, and it's so different, the food that I want. Like, I've always been like big into like pasta and rice and cheesy stuff, like cheesy broccoli, like that kind of stuff. And sorry, he said rude. And I'm not wanting that kind of stuff at all. Like, at all. I literally just want chicken. And this morning, I was going to go through McDonald's, because there's a McDonald's like right down the street from me. And I was going to get a chicken sandwich, but then I talked myself out of it, and I was like, oh, I really want a coffee, so I'll just go. I was going to get like, they have like those overnight oats at the coffee shop I go to, but they didn't have them today, so I got a strawberry parfait instead. Baby didn't like that. It was like, bitch, I asked for chicken. I ordered chicken, and you tried to give me a strawberry cup, and I ate some of it. I mostly ate like the granola and stuff, and I'm liking a lot of fruit right now, so I did like the fruit, but like the strawberries and stuff, like, or not the strawberries, the rest, the yogurt and everything, it was just like, my stomach was like, no thank you. And that's the funny thing, like, even with the coffee, I want coffee. The coffee tastes amazing. My stomach's like, I didn't order coffee. And I'm like, I don't care. I ordered coffee. I wanted it, you know? So there's a lot of that. I don't know if that's like a normal thing or not. It doesn't make me feel nauseous or anything, but I also like have to tell myself to reach for it, you know, whereas like water, I could chug water all day. I swear, that's all I've been doing is drinking water and peeing. So anyway, I'm going to get started on Wagner, but I was just thinking, because he was being so sweet and affectionate today, I was like, dude, I'm telling you, like I said, I don't know if it's me, like just because I feel like more calm, or if it's because the dogs like know that there's something different. I have no idea, but anyway. Oh, and I'm going to see Brandon for the first time tonight since I found out, because it's literally, I found out on Sunday. That was when I got the at-home test. I found out for sure Monday, and today's Thursday, so I haven't gotten to see him yet. So, first time seeing him, yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to see how he's gonna be like, because he was like so at a spot where he thought he was gonna be done with kids. So I know it was like really shocking for him, but just like in our conversations and stuff, I think he's starting to get more excited and everything. So it's gonna be an experience. I'm here with Zoe. We're in the middle of her haircut, and I'd ordered myself some breakfast from McDonald's. Super healthy, I know. But Zoe comes early. Like, typically I start around 9. But Zoe is at my house, and her dad's always early, and she'll be here at 8. So she's usually here by like 7:45. And I've been going out in the morning and getting breakfast, because I just found out that I was pregnant, so I haven't had a chance to go grocery shopping yet. Ooh, I don't know about this. I thought, because all I wanted is chicken. Is it? No, it looks better on camera. I don't know. It's not bad. I'm eating chicken right now, I swear to God. Besties. So I need to go grocery shopping and sit down and think of a really good list. Actually, I'll sit for a minute. I'll get my life together. I was so hungry, so I was like, let me order something. But when I went to go grab my food off the porch, because I don't know if I said that this dog comes to my house. When I grabbed my food, I realized that this had made it too. This is so funny. This is what Becca ordered me. It's so, because I'm having to pee like constantly. So, I think you just pop this off, because you would close it like if you were like camping, or I don't know. I don't know why you'd want to save it, because I'm just going to probably put it down the drain. Oh, okay, so that just fits in. And then you can like switch it either way, like whatever way works best. I'm gonna guess maybe like this. I don't know. But so you can pee in it. Because she knows I'm gonna be out in the van and having to pee a lot, and as I get bigger it's not gonna be as easy to go to the bathroom. So she's so funny. She also got me that What to Expect When You're Expecting book, which I literally just got yesterday, and I haven't had a chance to like really look into it yet. This is just water, but look what I did. Can you see? Oh, I didn't know it wasn't dishwasher safe whenever I first got it, so I kind of melted it. So I've been drinking lots of water. That's all I really wanted. I've been trying to drink like one small coffee a day. But honestly, like, it's hard for me to even get it down. It's like, okay, so how I would describe it is it's like being really full, but then seeing like a really delicious cake or something that you really want, but like your stomach doesn't want it. That's how I feel. And I'll show you guys. Bump date. It's really, so sometimes it looks huge and other times it doesn't. Like you can, you know, oh, you can see, yeah. So that's the little bump date. Like I said, we won't know until like later this month how far along I actually am. Right now we're going off of my last period and I'm about 6 weeks. And I got milk too, because I keep hearing that milk is really good, like for the calcium and stuff. I don't normally drink milk, but I needed to get a drink with my meal, and I thought, I haven't wanted any soda, because I'm allowed to have some caffeine, so, okay. Oh, it's actually good. I can't tell you last time I just drank, like, milk, but, anyway, I'm allowed to have, like, some soda and stuff, but, I don't want it. It's like, and if I don't want something, I really don't want it. Like, last night, Becca got me some Kit Kats, like one of the long sleeves that has, like, the little Kit Kats, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, I want a Kit Kat, and I took, like, 2 bites, and I was like, I don't want a Kit Kat. So, it's a work in progress. I just want chicken. I want to go get some, like, Greek yogurt, different, I guess, chicken options. I usually eat pasta, but I don't want pasta right now at all. So, what are you gonna do? You gotta eat what makes the baby happy. I'm finishing getting ready. I'm having a Galentine's party today. So I'm just I just did my makeup, and I'm just gonna curl my hair real quick. I think I'm gonna style it. I actually saw a cute little heart kind of hairdo that I could do. I think I saw it on TikTok that like she did like little hearts on top. I think I'm gonna do that, but I think I'll do it after the grocery store. I'm gonna go to the Dollar Tree and see if I can find like stuff to like make it a little cuter, like tablecloth and whatever. Get some cheap stuff that's still cute so my decorations look a little nicer. I don't know if this is normal for like all pregnant people, but like well, I guess is that the correct way to say it? I don't know. Because not everybody identifies as a woman, you know, so I don't know, maybe that was the right way to say it, but anyway, I like wake up in the morning, I'm like, am I still pregnant? I'm like feeling like, like, is everything still good? Like, does anybody else get like that? I was like thinking about it this morning, and I was like, I wonder if that's something that everybody experiences. And I can tell you, just like based off of how sore my boobs are, that have been sore for like 2 weeks now. Like, yeah, that's probably still pregnant. My appetite is still so different. I don't know. I guess it's like a fear that you're like, oh my gosh, like I hope that the baby's still healthy and everything. I was watching one of the vlogs that I watched, and they were saying like how you think that you're gonna have a lot more appointments than you do, and that is so true. Like, I thought I was gonna be going in. I remember when my mom was pregnant with my little sisters, and I will say that my youngest sister, she's 17 years younger than me. My mom was 39 when she's pregnant, so she probably did go a little bit more, but it's in the early days, it's like you really just don't go that much. Like, I'll be going a week from Wednesday to do my first ultrasound, but then after that I think I'm good. I'm gonna call OBGYNs tomorrow and just kind of tell them where I'm at and that I like already have an ultrasound scheduled, but like if I need to come in, because they just literally at this place, I'm sorry, do you want to come up here? Is that the problem? The place that I went to, they just do like very basic stuff just to make sure the baby's healthy. So like I'll have to follow up with an OBGYN. I don't want kisses, but you're so sweet. Thank you so much. No, I don't want kisses. I don't want them. She said, but do you need them? You needed kisses from the Steve? No. Look at the teeth. No kisses, Steve. I just did my makeup. I don't want kisses. This is the Steve thing, is like either she hates everybody or she's like overly obsessed. She does that to Becca too. She'll like get in her face and try to kiss her, and Becca's like, no thank you. You do too many kisses, Steve. Too many kisses. You haven't said hey this vlog yet, huh? You say hey? You gonna be a big sister? I'm so interested to see. I think by the time the baby's moving around, I think she'll be used to them, but she's like so skittish that like I think she's just gonna be like, what the fuck, you know? Like, she's checking out the baby. Right, Steve? You need a bath, Stinky Steve, Stinky Bobinky Steve. Look at her, ragamuffin. Everybody is overdue right now, but I'm off on Thursday. I normally am working on Thursdays, but I don't have any dogs scheduled, and I'm like, my sleep schedule's been terrible, so I like might as well just take the day off and catch up on things that I need to do, get everything organized. I have been feeling a lot more organized. I got a matcha today. Me and the baby are agreeing on matcha, and you know what I was thinking? I think it's because I do less powder, so it's mainly milk, and the baby really likes milk, so I'm like, okay, compromise, that's fine. I do like the matcha, but I have a coffee place, the one that I'm always getting the little coffees from. They're like across the street from my house basically, so like it's not as convenient for me to go to Starbucks. It's much further away. It's like 20 minutes. It's not terrible, but also like it's not right around the corner like this other place. Oh, my oil. I need to comb out my curls, and my oil's over there, Steve. You gonna hand it to me? She looks huge. Why you look so big? Why you look so big, Steve? She's just a little baby Steve. Baby Steve. All right, we're about to go run our errands and get ready for our party. Say bye. I'm having my Galentine's Day party plus Bryce, Becca's boyfriend. And I did not realize, like, I've been having some lower back pain, which I know is normal, but I was sweeping like my entire house, and it was like by the last like room or two I was like on my last leg, like, so I'm definitely learning that I'm gonna have to like take breaks. Like, I can't just like do things the way that I'm used to doing them, so that's definitely a new experience. Also, I'm starving, and also I was like, oh, I'm gonna like be dressed all cute and everything. Nope. My sweatpants and slippers is what I'm wearing for this, because screw that, it's just my friends and my sister, and it's nothing that fancy. We're just hanging out and eating some food and whatever. Becca's bringing little mocktail stuff, so it'll be fun, but my energy levels are very different now, I'm learning. Okay, so I called an OBGYN yesterday. Today's Tuesday, so yesterday would have been 1 week after I found out that I was pregnant. And I called an OBGYN because I wanted to go ahead and like get that stuff taken care of, get on their books and everything. And they were right down the road from the free clinic that I went to. And I said, oh, you know, I have a ultrasound scheduled for them at 7 weeks. So it would have been a week from tomorrow I was supposed to go for an ultrasound. And they were like, no. They said, first of all, it's not great to do like a bunch of ultrasounds in the beginning. And they said that basically at 7 weeks that none of the stuff that they would need to see is going to be showing. So they told me to cancel that appointment and then I'll just switch over to the OBGYN. And that will, they will go ahead and start the ultrasounds on the 6th, which will be, I will be 9 weeks by then. So they said they'll be able to see the stuff they need to see. They said basically the other agency gets, I just washed all my guard combs yesterday, so that's what I'm doing is drying them off. I clean them about once a week because they start getting like product buildup and stuff on them. Anyway, so we'll do an ultrasound at 9 weeks so that they can check the heartbeat and check all the stuff that they need to see. And I'm sure we'll probably end up having to do blood work, which I'm not good with blood work, but I'm going to have to get over that. So we'll do all that stuff. And that will also be there at the hospital that I'll be at. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm a little bummed because I was looking forward to that ultrasound appointment, but I understand. You know, I'm like, okay, well, if it's pointless anyway, and they said that basically that other, because it's a free government agency, that they get like credits for the amount of ultrasounds and stuff that they do. So they said that she said they pressure women, which I will say I didn't feel pressured, but they did make me feel like that was the right thing to do. And since this is my first time, like, I didn't know. I'm just going off of their recommendation. So if they say I need to go at 7 weeks, they did tell me between 7 and 10, but I told them, like, you know, I'm free on Mondays and Wednesdays, and they just went ahead and did the earliest date available rather than being like, well, let's wait closer to 10 weeks. But even still, from what the OBGYN said, they still would have had me cancel that because they want me to switch everything over to them, which makes sense. They don't want any outliers. They just want everything coming from one source, you know. So I haven't had any morning sickness. That's everybody that knows right now. They just keep asking me like, oh, do you feel nauseous at all? I really do not feel nauseous. My appetite is still different, and I've been having lower back pain. Typically, the lower back pain is when I've been standing for long periods. That's when I'm really noticing it. But other than that, I still feel great. I have a lot of energy. I've been sleeping a little bit better. So, and we'll do a quick little bump date. It's about the same size, but I feel like it's looking like more, I don't know, like it's like at that point of like I just look like I'm like a little chubby. But like, I don't know, I mean, you can see like just a little bit. It's like more round. And I also ate a big breakfast, so like I can't, like, that's where I'm at, is like, am I bloated or can you tell I'm pregnant? You know, that's like where we're at. So still drinking, like, I'm trying to get myself to drink my little coffee a day. It's like my stomach doesn't want it, but I want it. And then the baby wants a lot of milk, and me and Becca were talking about it because I want like milk and like green vegetables, and she was like, you know, it's all calcium stuff. I wonder if it's because they're like literally growing little bones right now that they want all the calcium. So I don't know, I'm just going with my cravings as long as it's stuff I can have. So yeah, lots of vegetables, grilled chicken, salads. I really have been liking Mediterranean food, which is still kind of in that realm of cucumbers, tomatoes, that tzatziki. Oh my god, I could bathe in tzatziki, it's so good. Feta cheese I can have. There's certain like soft cheeses I can't have, but feta is okay. As long as it's pasteurized, I can have it. So anyway, and I'm hungry. Oh my god, I can eat like every 2 hours. And I've never had an appetite like that. I was always like a maybe once a day eater, and I'm not that anymore, that's for sure. I like have to wake up and I've been eating yogurt with fruit for breakfast, like Greek yogurt with fruit. And that I really like. And then salads, chicken, those kind of things. So anyway, that's my update, is that now my ultrasound has been pushed back, which won't make any difference to you guys because I'm going to do it by trimester. So by the time you see this, I will have already had the ultrasound and all that, but it's an update for me. So I downloaded the What to Expect app, and I really like it so far. I just went on the App Store and just looked up the pregnancy trackers to see what is like the most popular one, because I know there's a bunch of them, and I like it so far. I don't know anything about the apps, and I don't want to download a bunch of them because I know I'm probably gonna get comments like, no, you gotta get this one. Honestly, I guess it is kind of exciting to track it, but don't mind my ripped ass couch. That's from Stevie's ass. She is the only one that has to sleep up on the top of the couch. She rips it with her little toenails. Anyway, but I do like that app so far. It has some good tips and stuff, and on everything, even things to avoid eating. And it was funny too because I was reading in the app and it was I'm 6 weeks right now, and it was expect frequent urination and heartburn, which are definitely the two things I'm dealing with the most. I've never really gotten heartburn, occasionally, very rarely. But it has become a daily thing. It's not terrible, but I can feel it for sure, And I said it's because the muscle is relaxing, I guess, and that allows acids up. I don't know, I'm not a doctor, but anyway, so I got that app, and I'm noticing now that when I'm hungry, I'm freaking hungry. I can barely focus on anything. So, I had been scheduling myself to have a lunch break, but it's I have to eat after my first dog. Even if I eat a big breakfast, I still am hungry by 11. So I made some chicken salad because the CDC guidelines they gave me for pregnancy, they said not to get store-bought chicken salad to make everything fresh. So I made some chicken salad tonight so I can have that for lunch and stuff tomorrow. I can just bring it with me to work. And I have snacks and stuff. I have veggies and hummus. That's mainly what I've wanted. I eat a lot of fruit for breakfast, and then just chicken. Oh my god, so much chicken. I found at Publix they had individually wrapped chicken breast. Oh my god, it's my favorite thing because typically I live alone, so when you buy chicken breast, it comes in a pack of a bunch, so you would have to individually wrap them and freeze them to be able to have chicken every day. So I really like that they just pre-packaged individual chickens, And I got Brussels sprouts. I've been eating a lot of Greek yogurt. So yeah, I'm definitely at a point where I have to eat 3 times a day, and I'm at that point that I just look bloated. I look I've been eating a bunch of fast food. I probably look a little bit, I can't even really tell right now. A little. I'm telling you, it just looks bloated. So, yeah, it's weird. I went and saw Brandon the other night, and I was telling him, it's just, not really, set in yet, that it's, a real thing. It's, sometimes, I'm yeah, this is happening, but then other times it's just is this the real thing? Because I haven't done the ultrasound, so it's I think until I hear the heartbeat and everything, it's I know I have the symptoms, because I said, I'm getting the heartburn, I've got the frequent urination, and my boobs are so fucking swollen and sore. Never in my life, probably a little TMI, but I showed Brandon. He's like, oh my god. I was I fucking told you. They always got big and swollen before my period, but it's they're just that way now. So it's I know it, and I missed my period now, for real. I've had very like small amounts of spotting, but that's literally it. So it's like, I know I have all the symptoms, but like, I don't, maybe this is a normal thing that like, it's like just not real yet. So I did look into, Once Upon a Child is like, it's like a, what do they call it? Consignment shop or something. It's like a, where you buy like used baby clothes, but I went there yesterday and they have like baby clothes for like $2 and stuff. So I'm definitely gonna go there for like newborn stuff, stuff that they're gonna grow out of really fast anyway. Might as well not spend like tons of money. And I remember when my sisters were little, Carter's had good sales and the Children's Place has really good sales. So I'll probably go there because it's like, you want to buy the really cutesy stuff, but it's like for things that they're just going to immediately grow out of, it just makes sense to get the cheaper stuff. I went to Walmart. I looked at some stuff. I'm not a Walmart. I'm a Target girly through and through. But my sister wanted to go to Walmart. And I tried to look around, but it's just like shit's just everywhere in the Walmart. It's just a mess. Like people just go crazy in that store. But I did check out some of the strollers. My mom was telling me I needed like they call it like travel systems now, that it's like the car seat and the stroller like all in one, and then you can take the car seat and take it out of the car and just like lock it into the stroller, so that way you're not like taking them out of the car seat to put them in the stroller and wake them up and all that. So I've looked at some of that stuff. I've come up with some names that I like, that I'll probably do like a dedicated video, like once I know their gender, maybe do like a gender reveal and then say like what the name is, something like that. So I don't know, I've been like going back and forth. I'm like, should I make a separate channel just for like, I do like personal life / like baby stuff? I don't know, because like honestly a lot of the YouTubers I watch that do like baby stuff, they just put it on their regular channel, and it's like, if you're not interested in baby stuff, like then don't watch the baby video. But it's so hard to say, because like I get people like, I'll put up haircut videos and I'll say like chatty haircut videos, like meaning like I'm sitting here talking to you and we're hanging out, like we're working together and doing a haircut and whatever. I get like the most dumbass comments that are like, you need to focus on the dog and nobody wants to hear you talk, and I'm like, that's why I literally said that I'm talking in this video. Like, I got to the point I don't even have time for those fucking comments, because like for a while I just stopped reading comments, but then like I get such sweet comments that I don't want to like not read the comments from people. So honestly, if somebody comes onto my channel with that energy, I just hide them from the channel. I'm like, bye. Like, who has the time? Anyway, that's not relevant to the baby stuff, but I was just uploading a video and happened to see like my latest comment, and this person is like telling me how to make videos. Like, she's like, you need to focus on the dog, focus on the haircut, nobody cares about what you're saying, and da-da-da. I'm like, okay, Miss Girl. Like, I didn't know I was making this video for you, but thank you for your criteria and your standards for my video. So anyway, I hit her from the channel. So if you want to come on here with your negativity and I see your stupid ass comment, I'm just going to hide you from the channel, because why the fuck are you over here anyway? Oh, big and bold on the YouTube, aren't you? Anyway, I think I said big dogs are pretty hard. Like, I just don't have any desire to like wrestle with these dogs, like never have. And now especially, the second, like I had one today and he's not even that big, he's like 30 to 35 pounds, but I was trying to do his nails and he was flailing like a lunatic, and I literally just stood back and let him have his fit, and I looked at him, I was like, you feel better now? And he just stood there and he's like, I was like, okay, that's what I thought. Anyway, so I did talk to Becca, and we're going to try, like, probably next, like, 6-week rotation, when I start seeing these same big dogs again, we're going to try having her come and, like, help lift and move some of these dogs. But some of them I may end up letting go, before I get, because like I'm thinking like I have this, if I have a big old belly, even with Becca being there, that's just so much strain on me. Like I want to get one of those roller stools with the padding that you can sit on, because I could do little dogs like that and it doesn't exert as much energy. And you know, the little dogs, like I find I can just get through and I'm like just chilling, you know. It's really not that different right now, at least. And yeah, that's why my couches are ripped. Here she comes. Um, so anyway, the little dogs I can get through and not exert a lot of energy, and I think I can keep doing that. I may have to like change up my schedule eventually, like maybe go to 5 days a week, but shorter days, you know. I gotta do some tweaking and see as things go on, because I've still had some back pain. It's not been that bad. I've noticed it's really bad if I do too much in a day. Like I had a Valentine's party. I may have already said this, I don't remember. And I like cleaned my entire house and I was like walking all around and like sweeping everything. By the time I was like done sweeping my house, and my house isn't huge, I think it's like 1,600 square feet, but I was in so much pain. It's bizarre. Like I was telling my sister yesterday, it's like almost like frustrating because you're used to like how much you can normally do in the day, and then it's like all of a sudden you just can't do it anymore. And it's a weird feeling. Like I feel like, you know, when you get older and stuff, like some of it's gradual. You just kind of realize like I can't do that anymore. But like with being pregnant, it's just like I can't do that anymore and I can do it like 2 days ago, you know? So that's something I've been noticing. But still same appetite, chicken, and veggies and fruit. So I'm not complaining. I've been having I like some sandwiches too. I made these cream cheese and cucumber with like dill sandwiches for like my party that I had, and I made another one today and it was really good. I have not been super into sweets, but I like sweets now more than I did before. Like I do like occasional sweets. Like I got this chocolate, like dark chocolate peanut butter, and I made like a sandwich with that with the dark chocolate peanut butter, and then I used like strawberry cream cheese. That shit is so good. It's like sweet, but like not overly sweet. So I don't like super super sweet stuff. So, oh, and also this is something I'd never heard of, but Brandon, who's the dad, he has been getting really bad morning sickness. And he was like telling me about it. He's like, "Yeah, I have sympathy sickness and da da da." And I love him. I'm having his fucking baby, but my man is so dramatic. Like, he's the drama king of the fucking world. And when he was like telling me that, I was like, okay, you know, like I thought he was making it up, but I looked it up and it's like a real thing that like some dads do get pregnancy like symptoms, and he's had really bad morning sickness and weird food cravings. We've both wanted milk, but he's wanted chocolate milk, and I'm like plain everything. I want plain water, no ice, no flavoring. I've always been like at least like have some lemon in my water, but I'm like plain fucking water, plain milk, which I never drink glasses of milk, but you guys saw earlier in the vlog when I had that milk. That was like a week or so ago. And ever since then, I have to have a glass of milk with breakfast. So he's been wanting chocolate milk, and he's been craving fruit too, but he's wanted pineapple, which is like the only fruit I haven't really wanted. And like pineapple jello, he's wanted. I'm like, I don't know. So that's a new thing. Maybe you guys can tell me, like, did the dad have pregnancy symptoms? Have you guys ever heard of that? Because I hadn't. I was like, this dramatic ass man is making this shit up, but it says it's a real thing, so all right. I guess, you know. So that's something I haven't seen any of my mom vloggers talk about, is the men having symptoms, which also he's convinced, because I think I told you guys he has kids. He's got one boy and two girls, and he said that he didn't get morning sickness when his ex was pregnant with his son, but he did get morning sickness for both the girls, so he's convinced it's a girl. And I'm like, I still am at the point, like, I don't care either way. I would like a boy, just because like we have like all girls in the family. We're all freaking girls. So I would like a boy, but I'm gonna be happy either way, you know, because girl stuff is really cute. But I was telling him, see, he's a comic book nerd kind of guy, and I've always been like a musician lover. And I told him the other day, I was like, I want them to play an instrument, and he was like, they're not gonna be a band, asshole. I was like, yes they are. I was like, I want them to play guitar or drums or whatever. He's like, you can't mold them into being what you want. I was like, I know, but I've been showing them some good music, and maybe they'll just want to play an instrument on their own, and they can read fucking comic books when they get home from their guitar practice. Anyway, I'm kidding. It's going to be whatever they want to do, but if they want to learn an instrument, I will definitely be getting them one. Because I feel like I would have a cool little rocker kid, you know? So they're going to be awesome no matter what. I'm very excited about it. But anyway, so that's my update. I got up early today and I made that chicken salad. I made dinner and I've just been sitting here scrolling, and something reminded me. I was like, I need to do like an update on like how I'm feeling. Do you have to do that right now? Can you wait a second? I'm almost done. What are you looking at? I don't like how she does that, because you guys know, like, my house is, like, a little creepy. Like, I don't deal with anything in the house. Like, I've never had, well, no, that's not true. I have had weird shit happen, but, like, we've come to an agreement. You know, I don't mess with them, they don't mess with me. But also, that being said, if this baby ever comes to me at any point and they're like, you know, I saw so-and-so in my bedroom, we're moving, you know? Unless it's like my grandma or my nana or somebody, which I'm really sad neither of them are going to be here for this. Which I will say, I remember how they were with my mom when she was pregnant. And it's like, you know, they love you so much, but both of them had, like, they were really into, like, the old wives' tales and stuff. So they'd be saying some crazy shit. Like, if you do that, this is going to happen. Like, oh my God, I wish I could remember. My mom could remember some of the stuff they said. They always said some crazy shit. And I'm already a worrier. Brandon's like, you're being so over the top about things. I'm like, I'm just following the CDC guidelines of what I'm supposed to eat and stuff. So, anyway, I think if they were here in my ear telling me, like, well, you can't, this, that, and whatever, I would probably be more stressed. So it's, like, bittersweet. Like, I would love for them to be here, but, like, also, there's probably, heartburn. It felt like it was gonna be a burp, and it was not a burp. But there's probably perks. I was like, them scorning me. They're like, shut up. There's gonna be perks. I mean, not to have them here, too. It's bittersweet. I wish they were here, though. I wish they could meet them, you know? But yeah, if they ever come to me and they're like, I met grandma or something, you know, it's gonna be fucking weird. Who knows? So yeah, that's the main update right now. So I've got a little while till the ultrasound, but I'll keep you guys updated if I start experiencing any new symptoms or anything. Okay, so I'm in my kitchen. Sorry for the terrible lighting, it's night. But I'm doing meal prep for tomorrow because I finally got myself prepared. My grandpa had a ton of these like Rubbermaid containers. So we are going to bring some veggies and some dip with us tomorrow for work. And I'm making chicken salad right now too. I've got chicken in the oven. And I want to try, I like that chicken salad chick place. And I really like their Olivia's Old South, and I want to try to recreate that. I like these these cucumbers that you can eat the skin on. These like individually packaged ones, but they are hard to get out. So let me find the best way to do this. So I'd been scheduling myself like a proper lunch break, but the problem is I'm getting like really hungry after my first dog, and I'm getting that like distraction level of hungry that like I can't really focus on anything else. I'm just gonna cut the end off of this. I cut this originally. I'm trying to remember what day I was eating cucumbers. Oh, I made a sandwich. I like the cucumber, the like little English tea sandwiches. So anyway, I have hummus and I have like a ranch dip that I'll bring. But anyway, so giving myself a break is still good, but I'm noticing I'm getting hungry much before that. So today I went to Target and I got one of these Igloo lunch boxes. I wanted one that was like insulated, and I said I've got the cup Tupperware. I did get a new water bottle, the Target brand Stanley cups, or I don't know if it's Target brand, but anyway, it's cheaper than like the real Stanley cups from what I understand. But I just wanted something bigger because I've been using the Starbucks cups, and like one Starbucks cup of water is lasting me like one dog because I'm drinking so much fucking water. So I really wanted something that will actually last me a good portion of the day. So I'm cutting this stuff up now. It's like probably 9 o'clock or so. It's like a little bit later. But I wanted to make this so it's ready for the morning. And then I have like the little dip containers that I will bring. So I'm just gonna put that in the fridge. I'll throw it in the lunchbox in the morning. But I have the little containers that I can pour like the ranch dip and stuff in. And then, like I said, I'm making the chicken salad. And what I did the other day was that I just packed the bread and the chicken salad and then packed myself like throwaway silverware or whatever. You could do real silverware. Sorry about the lighting. But this is where my cutting board is. So anyway, I did that and kept it separate, and then I just made myself a sandwich when I was ready so that my bread didn't get squishy, and I liked that, so I'll probably do that again. I'll show you the little, they're all Rubbermaid. I think he got this at Sam's or something. I don't know. He had them in his garage, and I've been seeing him in there for a while. He doesn't know I'm pregnant yet. He won't know for a couple more weeks. But see, isn't that perfect for like a dip? So you got your veggies and dip. I have some other veggies too I may cut up. Because listen, I need to snack. I am eating, bitch. So I'm like 6.5 weeks pregnant right now. So it's not been that long since you guys saw me. But yeah, that's the new update, is that I did finally get a lunchbox. I've been threatening to. I didn't get a heated one. I didn't feel like ordering it off the TikTok shop. And I'll probably still get one like that, but I liked this. My grandma used to always get the Igloo stuff, and I trust stuff my grandma would get. So I'm hoping that this one will be better, because I had this one. This is the one I was using. And I got this from Lush, like the bath products place. I mean, it carried the stuff, but that's literally about it. It doesn't keep it any better insulated or anything like that. So anyway, I'm going to let this chicken cook, and then when it's done, I'm going to make some chicken salad and probably put it in like another container like this. And then, like I said, I'll either put the bread in a Ziploc bag or in a different container, because I literally, let me show you this box that he gave me. This thing is full of these containers. There's like 50 pieces or something. So anyway, I may just use that to make it easier and make my little stuff, because then I can just wash it at the end of the day and I'm not blowing through Ziploc bags as fast. So anyway, we're meal prepping. It's the end of the day, so ignore my lips because I'm not going to touch it up because I'm about to take my makeup off. But I am definitely starting to get some like serious aversions. I haven't had any vomiting, but I'm starting to get nausea about things. Like, I have this lotion and it's from the Tree Hut. I think it's the Moroccan Rose scent or something. I hate it. Oh my God. And it makes me want to puke. And I'm like the type of person, I like to slather myself with lotion top to bottom. So when I put it on, I can smell it on myself for a long time. I had it on earlier. Well, I have it on obviously now, but it smells worn off by now. And it literally was making me nauseous. And I'm also getting to the point that food that I don't want, like the thought of it makes me want to throw up. Like, it started, I think I said earlier in this video that it started by being like, that just doesn't sound good. It's like something, or not even sound good, but it'd be like, you know, like you're already full and you don't really want to try to like have that food or whatever. We're past that. Now we're to like full blown nausea when I see things like, oh God. I was just watching, do y'all know Joshua's mama? I don't know. I heard it too. What the fuck was that? You know, sometimes I hear noises, but it's always worse when the dogs hear it too. I'm like, and they're looking at me like, what the fuck was that? I'm like, I don't know. Anyway, Joshua's mama on TikTok, she always makes the grossest stuff. I was just watching it. I was watching her video, and she was doing her Recipe Wednesday where she does recipes where other people give her recommendations. Oh, she was making some sausage, potato, green bean thing. Oh, it looks so gross. Like, literally, I was eating and I had to stop. I was just having a salad. It was nothing like that, but I was like, oh, nauseous. I'm trying to make a pregnancy vlog right now. We don't need the paranormal activity. I I just got these little guys. Might as well go in there. Let's just go to the ghost. That's such a white person thing to do, isn't it? Isn't that the joke? Isn't that why we're made fun of? Because we just go straight to the danger. I guess I'd rather get it over with rather than sit back and wait for it to get me, right? Is that the better way to handle things? I don't know. Did I show you guys I got one of these big cups? I can't remember. I remember I was talking to you guys when I was doing my lunch the other day. I'm a little scared. Like, what was that noise? So I got these little vintage, you guys. This has nothing to do with pregnancy update, but you know, I got these little vintage, you guys, at the Home Goods. These little guys, they're cute, but they're a little creepy. And this is like the general area that sound just came from. I don't even know if y'all could hear that on camera. I have no idea what that could be. It sounded like something like falling over or something. Like, not like a bang, but like something like sliding down. I don't know what that was. And like I said, the dogs are looking at me too. It doesn't help when they also heard it. I'm like, because if they don't react, then I can just be like, I'm hearing things. But when they hear it too, that's always creepy. Y'all have gotten that twice now. Do you think it's the baby? It's starting some paranormal activity. I always go back and forth. You know, I'd rather it be a ghost than somebody in my house. You know, because I worry about that too. You know, like the people that they like have somebody living in their walls. It's like what I think of, like what if they're living in my attic or something. I do have guns, so I can protect myself, but I'd rather not have to do that. Anyway, so I'm creeped out, and now we're not even talking about baby stuff anymore because that scared me. And like, look how creepy my hallway is. That's my bedroom. That's where like I have to go. All right. I'm talking about it's not helping. It's just making me feel worse. So that's the update. Is now I'm getting the nausea. All right, so it's been a minute since I made an update. I'm a week out from my first appointment with the OBGYN, and I'm excited, but also like super nervous, if I'm being honest. So Amazon has a feature that when you make your registry through them, if you buy $10 off of your registry, you can get like a free welcome package. So we're going to see what's in this. And these are old junker shears that I used to cut out mats and open boxes. They're nothing special, so don't you worry. But the only thing that I didn't even think about is like there's this one UPS driver that follows me on Instagram. And this box, I can't show you where it says it because it has my address there, but it says like baby registry like huge on the side. And I know he delivered it because he always puts it by my back fence for whatever reason. So anyway, they just sent me this little bundle. Oh my God. Okay. So it says, we hope this special delivery compliments of Amazon baby, or we hope you enjoy this special delivery. Shop favorites from your welcome box. Okay, so this is like if I like anything in this box, then I can go there. Oh, I have this on my registry, the diaper genie. Oh, $15 off. Oh, and this is good till the end of the year. Okay, so I'll definitely hold on to this. Comes with one long-lasting refill, lasts up to 5 months. Cool. Okay. Oh, I don't have this particular sanitizer on my registry. I think I had a different brand. Oh, wow. This is like a Keurig of bottle warmers. That is something. Formula Advanced. It literally is like a Keurig. I have never seen anything like this. Keep in mind, it's been 15 years almost since we've done baby stuff. My youngest sister is 14. She'll be 15 by the time the baby's here. So, oh my gosh. Smart and safe bottle warmer. So they have a bottle warmer. You guys, I kind of want this thing. This like Keurig bottle maker. Like, how easy would that be in the middle of the night? Used to be back in the day with my sisters, you would put water on the stove and you wouldn't boil it, but you'd like get it heating. You put the bottle in there. Then once it got like steaming, I think you took it out and you checked the temperature of it. Okay, so this is Shutterfly. So this is just like cutesy, like memorabilia kind of stuff. Let's see. Lots of things. Oh, medicine. Amazon medicine, I guess. Oh, and the Aquaphor. This is just like, I guess, little specials it's sending me. I don't remember if we did Aquaphor on the babies or not. But I know that Becca, my assistant, her mom, she's my assistant, but she's also my best friend, but her mom swore by it for babies with eczema. She said lather them up in like the Aquaphor, and that will really help. Okay, so HelloFresh, you get 17 free meals plus breakfast, free breakfast item for life. First box ships free. I wonder if this is like a real free thing, because I've never tried HelloFresh, but I would like to. So maybe I'll look into that and see if it's like free or if it's like free with purchase kind of free, you know. 17 free meals sounds good though. I'd like to do that. Because sometimes I forget to thaw my chicken and stuff out for nighttime. Okay, so those are just like the little promos. And now they gave me this little bag. That's so cute. And this is all free just for buying off of the registry. They sent me this. Oh my goodness. Okay. Amazing Baby. Breathable soft cotton blanket. Okay, so you can swaddle. It can be a play mat, sun shield. It gets softer after every wash. Cute. Amazing Baby is the brand. And I did get a couple other things too. Oh, we got some of the Aquaphor baby. I got a oil that's supposed to help like it. I think it's like to avoid stretch marks, I would guess. I don't know. I don't have any stretch marks, but I'm trying to make sure that I don't get them either. Oh, this is from Carter's. 100% recycled material. Is this a onesie? A bodysuit. This is the first baby clothes that I've gotten, you guys. I haven't bought anything for them yet. I'm still in the sense of denial, but I was thinking about it today, and next week will be my second missed period, and I don't have any period symptoms. So, like, I don't think my period's gonna come. So, but I don't know if you guys, like, if you guys have kids, if you felt like that. Stop. This is my first baby thing. Oh my gosh. This is a 3 to 6 month. And it's got all the little animals on it. I haven't been buying clothes yet because obviously I don't know the gender. I won't know for a little bit. But that's so exciting. And it's obviously like kind of a neutral. It could be either. Oh my god. My first baby clothes. That's so exciting. It's unreal. Okay. Dude wipes. What would you need dude wipes for? I know Brandon uses these. Do pregnant women need this, or is this supposed to be for like the dad? I don't know. Oh, Dr. Brown's. This is the one that I bought, or I have the registry, the bottle warmer on my registry is, or not bottle warmer, the sanitizer on my registry is for this Dr. Brown's. So this is their first little bottle. Cute. What is this? Nursing pad and breast milk bags. Yeah, Okay. So that'll be good. Because I do think I'm going to try to nurse. What is this? Child Life Dietary Supplement. Infants. What is it for, though? Organically grown. I don't get, it's a dietary supplement, but I don't get what they need this for. I don't know. But that was all that was in this little bag. So anyway, super exciting first ever baby stuff, plus dude wipes. I don't think you would use dude wipes for babies. That's got to be like for dad or something. But like I didn't get any like special things. And honestly, now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, that's a weird thing to give to Brandon. You want some dude wipes? I don't know, that was a weird one. But the rest of the stuff is super cute. So anyway, totally worth, I mean, it was free. You just have to buy something off the registry. But it's like $10 that you have to spend. So I just bought that oil to like avoid stretch marks or whatever. And I've been doing that twice a day. Because yeah, my stomach is still probably about the same size. But like my boobs are freaking huge and I don't want them to get stretch marks. So I have definitely been using that, and I've been using it on my like thighs and butt too, just to like make sure. So anyway, I'm about to go groom this dog, but I saw this when I was walking out because like I said, that one guy always puts stuff by my back fence for whatever reason. So he may have realized that I'm pregnant, but we'll see, because I haven't told anybody yet. And I guess it's not really anybody's fault or whatever. But, you know, yeah, this is tag-free. Carter's is good. I remember, we have a Carter's here, and I remember getting a lot of Carter's stuff for my sisters. Maybe next time I talk to Brandon, I'll be like, you want these fucking wipes? Weird. Anyway, so that's what we have. Oh, and I have that oil I'll show you, and the pillow that my friend gave me. I got one of the big U-shaped pregnancy pillows. Life-changing. Like, that is gonna stay whether I'm pregnant or not. Like, I just feel so cozy up, like in a little womb or something. So I love it. I'll show you guys, but obviously I can't do that now because I'm at work. All right, we have so much to catch up on. I don't even remember last time I checked in. Oh, it would have been the Amazon baby registry. So I am 9 weeks, and I would be 1 day today. I had my ultrasound yesterday. I got my doodle. So let's bump deep. You see it? I'm just like trying to get up. Anyway, so I'm 9 weeks. So I was exactly right on my last period and all that. It lines up perfectly with the ultrasound. Where are we stuck on? There we go. So they said they have a strong heartbeat, and I'll see if I can attach a video. They sent me a bunch of videos. I think I can download them and attach it for this video so y'all can see. But so I will be right at the end of my first trimester. Whenever I go back, I have to get a pap smear and more blood work. Oh, I think they'll do the test to like make sure that they don't have like Down syndrome or anything like that. Next visit, I'm going April 1st. So today is March the 7th. I leave for Groomed in Atlanta. I still want to say, what did it used to be called? Now I can't remember, damn. But Groomed doesn't come straight to my brain either. Atlanta Pet Fair is what it used to be called. Atlanta Pet Fair made a lot more sense to me. Lord. Anyway, so I've got about like almost exactly a month till my next appointment. Like I said, they'll do blood work for that. I'll get a pap smear, and then that's it for a little bit. And then I've got my next ultrasound. I'll be 20 weeks. So and by then you guys will know. I'll have this video up. So God, I guess I gotta figure out. Maybe we'll after the next visit. Because I'll get the gender too whenever I do that genetic test, the blood test. So anyway, once I get that and I announce I'm pregnant, that's when I'm going to put this first trimester vlog up. So I guess I'll end it then, and I still got to do an intro, which that won't you guys won't see that part. Because I figured I'd do the intro at the same time as the outro. Because I didn't really know how to start it. Like, whenever I started this video, you know? I was only like 5 weeks along and all that. It's crazy. Okay, so, I went there yesterday, and I went to the ultrasound first, and it was so crazy because, like, I honestly was still kind of in, like, a sense of denial about it. That I was like, this can't be real, you know? And she put the little thing on my belly, and they were just, like, right there. Like, she didn't have to search or anything. Like, it's like, oh, there they are. And I was like, oh, my God. I was just, like, I was, like, sitting there, like, my mom cried when I said it to her, but, like, I was just, like at Disney World for the first time. It was just so crazy. I was like, wow, like, this is for real. Because, like, you know, right now, the only tests I've had have been urine tests. So this was, like, the first time being like, wow, this is, like, there's no denying there's a fucking baby in there. Because even, like, you know, my bump's still small. I could easily be like, I'm just getting fat. I even said that to Brandon yesterday. So what if after all this, all the stress and everything, that I just find out I was fucking fat this whole time, and, like, all these symptoms I've been having are in my head? Could you imagine? Do y'all think about stuff like that? You're like, maybe I'm crazy, you know? It just didn't feel real. I've never been pregnant, you know? It's just, like, unreal. So, yeah, I'll let you guys know, too. The second trimester vlog, I can talk more about, like, limitations that I have and, like, what I'm going to do about scheduling. So this dog is amazing. Like, as you just saw, she turns, she gets in and out of the tub for me. I think I'll be able to groom her until, like, the end, like, right before I go on maternity leave. But I do think as I get further along, I'll probably have to just do her that day, you know? Whereas right now, I'll do, usually, because she takes me several hours, like, between 3 and 4 usually. So, right now, like, today I'm doing 3. I just did 1 before her, and then I've got 1 after her, but the other 2 are small dogs. She's one of my bigger ones. Let me mix up some more shampoo for her. But anyway, so dogs, that I do have some big ones that are going to be at risk of being sent to a different groomer, and it's not personal, but, do I want to use some thick and thicker on her? I have a lot of this. Can I dilute this? It doesn't say to. I'll just use it normal. Save me from some mixing. And I have this bottle, and I already bought another one, so I'm like, I will, you know. Anyway, so yeah, some of the big dogs, like the stubborn ones, that I have to kind of work with more, that fight me on things, they'll probably be at risk of being let go. And I don't know right now if I'll end up taking them back after I have the baby, because honestly, I think that was one of my biggest mistakes going mobile in general, was taking big dogs. Because initially I was like, I gotta take everything I can get and whatever. Sorry, I didn't scare you. And now I'm like, I really should have stuck to small dogs. Like, there's plenty of small dogs to go around, you know, so I really didn't need to do big dogs. And it's just hard on me, you know. So anyway, but this one I'll keep. She's great. Never had any issues with her. Super cooperative, and she's an all-around good girl. Okay, so anyway, yesterday, go to the ultrasound first. It was really fast. Like, maybe, I don't know, 10-15 minutes. I was there, probably not even. Like, it was really quick. Like, she was just like, oh, there's the baby, here's your ovaries, everything looks good, here's the heartbeat. Like, it was quick. So anyway, this was her first shampoo, so I'm just doing a quick rinse, and then I'm going to use the bathing system to get in there a little bit more. And then sometimes I'll go behind and shampoo. Like, if I still don't feel like they're clean enough, then I will shampoo again. But anyway, so yeah, so I did that first, and then I went back. I had to do a urine sample, and they did blood pressure, they got my weight, which I haven't gained any weight, y'all. Skinty. I had a doctor's appointment around July last year. I was 126. I am 125 now, so I lost a pound. But that was a year ago, so it may have fluctuated. I may have gained weight since I first got pregnant. I don't know. I haven't weighed myself, you know. Anyway, what was I doing? Shampoo. So, they weighed me. They took my temperature. My blood pressure was high at first. They had to take it twice because I get anxious about doctors. They're like, we're going to do this one more time. Because, like, I had sat there. They just asked me tons of questions about, like, my family history. And I don't know all of it. I know this stuff on my mom's side, but as most of you know, I've not met my dad. Well, I did one time, but I don't know anything about my dad, so I don't know his family health history, and that's what they want to know is like diabetes, cancer, like those kind of things. And I just answered a bunch of stuff like that. They put in their system that my grandpa has Alzheimer's and dementia. And yeah, so that was mainly what we did. And then they did blood work, which I'm not great with blood work, but the woman I had yesterday was fantastic. She was so good. I told her going in, I was like, I get really anxious about getting my blood taken. I was like, I've never passed out. I was like, but I do get really anxious. And she said, well, we're not passing out today. And she was like, we're talking you through this. And she did. She was just like, oh, like your hair color, like where'd you get your necklace? Like, what do you do for a living? Is this your first baby? Like those kind of things. Like just kept talking, you know? And that really, really helped me. Cause she, oh my god, y'all, she took so much blood. Like I was trying not to look, but there had to have been like 6 vials that she took. I was like, I'm not good with blood, but she did so good. My arm really is kind of sore today, but like it's not that bad. I had to get my blood taken like when I went last year in like July, and that woman did not do good. Like it hurt the whole time it was in. Because normally, like yesterday, it was just like a pinch when she put it in, and then like I didn't feel it the rest of the time. So I don't know if she used a different needle or something, but she was so quick, so efficient, like so much so that Brandon came with me yesterday, and I get like an adrenaline rush when I have to do blood, and he was like, he didn't go back with me. And I went back after, and I was like, we're checking out, and he was like, he thought I literally was like trying to like make a run for it. He thought I just like was like, nope, not doing blood, and just like tried to take off. And I was like, no, I'm done. So anyway, it was a really good experience. I really enjoyed. My doctor was like this older lady, probably like in her 50s, and she had purple hair. I was like, oh, I'm in exactly where I should be, you know? So anyway, it was really good. And I still need to show you guys the oil, the stretch mark oil that I bought to avoid getting stretch marks. And I got that pillow from my friend. And I had ordered a pillow as well, one of the pregnancy pillows, and it should be here. They said yesterday and it didn't get here, so I'm guessing today. I'm hoping before tomorrow, because I'll be out of town tomorrow. But yeah, so anyway, I'm feeling really good about everything. I'm not, they told me exactly what hospital I'll be in, what floor I'm going to be on, all of that. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. I want to go over this stuff for like anybody that's like about to go into it for their first time, like while it's fresh in my brain, you know? And yeah, it was just really cool. They didn't give me that strip of like ultrasound pictures like I've seen people with. I don't know if I'm like trying to print that or like how I get that one, or maybe because like I did the quick ultrasound yesterday to just make sure that they had a good heartbeat and all that stuff, which theirs was 181, which they told me was strong and normal for their size. So maybe, but they said next ultrasound is gonna be like an hour long, and it's at when I'm 20 weeks. And that one, maybe I'll get those pictures. I don't mind though, I have it on my phone, so that's still cool, but I did, like, I don't know, there's something about the pictures, you know? Anyway, so, yeah, it's all good. I think that's everything that they did. It was all really easy. So anyway, yeah, like I said, I've got a pap smear next time, and they're going to do more blood tests. I think that's it for that time, and then I go back in May for that ultrasound. And then I think, from what I understood from my mom, like as I get further into the pregnancy, I will have more visits. But like right now, like, and it's funny because I was watching somebody say this, that like you think you're gonna have all these doctor's appointments, but like I don't have to go back for another month, you know? Like I was like mentally prepared to be there like once a week, and now it's like, oh, just like a month, come back then. I'm like, okay, you know, like I'm not complaining, but it, like I thought it would be a lot more appointments. So like I don't know. And I will say maybe different, like if you are over 35 and you're in the high risk category, you may have more appointments. I'm not really sure how they do that. But if you're young, it's really not bad, you guys. It's not bad at all. I've got a really great doctor. I'm like really excited about everything. And they make me feel super, super comfortable, which is really important to me because I'm not great. What did my mom call it? Like white coat syndrome for like being afraid of the doctors. That sounds like not good. That sounds like KKK. Maybe that's because I'm in the South, but like I said it and I was like, oh, is that white hat? I don't know, but that's what my mom called it this morning, being afraid of doctors. But anyway, so I'm really glad that everybody there was like so cool, and they were just like chill people, which I need, like, because I'm like, like I'm kind of like a big personality anyway, and when I get in situations like that, I just get so nervous, you know. So to have people that are like chilling, like, it really helps me like balance out. I'm like, okay, they're chilling, they're not acting like this is a big deal, so I don't need to act like this is a big deal, you know. So anyway, I'm gonna go finish her up, and I wanted to catch you guys up on that while it was fresh in my brain. I was like, oh, I'll wait, but I was like, no, I'm going to Atlanta this weekend. By the end of Atlanta, I'm not even gonna remember everything they did, you know. So anyway, that's what they did. It's really cool. They were really amazing, and I'm really excited for my future visits. And about my bump, look at this shit. Oh, crazy. It's getting bigger every day. Tired mom today, so I have been with my little pregnancy pillow. I've been cuddled up in this all day. I have had no energy today. I didn't like sleep the best last night, and that like affects me a lot more now. I'm just like more tired in general. So I went to Atlanta this past weekend, and I did go ahead and tell some people that I'm pregnant. So I was just looking, and I'm 3 weeks away from the end of the first trimester. So you guys will be seeing this video pretty soon, which is crazy because I've been working on it for like well over a month now. I've known for like 5 weeks now that I'm pregnant. Today I'm 10 weeks. I'm starting to get like a true bump, like my belly, like under my belly button, it's like a bump, you know. So I was talking to Jilly the other day, and I was like, you know, I like a Shein order to like buy some maternity clothes. And I was like, oh, like, I'm gonna give it a couple more weeks and I'll order it. And she was like, yeah, like, I would go ahead and order it early, because she's like, you're gonna wake up one day and like need it. So I am to the point that I have to wear like stretchy pants and all of that like any jeans or anything that I had before out. I have some that I was wearing a lot last summer that I'm hoping might still fit right now, but it's really iffy. Because yeah, I just can't button them. So anyway, I've got that stuff. I've got this pillow. There's an oil that I keep meaning to show you guys, but I keep forgetting. I'll show you at some point. But I've definitely been a lot more tired. My appetite is still good right now. I've read that like as you get further along, that like the way like your organs and stuff have to move, like a lot of people lose their appetite later. So I'm enjoying that right now, and it's like broadening more, because like at first it was like literally just chicken, fruits, and vegetables. I couldn't, by the way, figure out how to put my ultrasound videos, like I tried so hard, like I downloaded it to my phone and all that. I cannot figure out how to put the videos in this. I have like one more thing I can try. I'll see if that works, just like screen recording it and let you guys see the little like wiggling around. So today, I thought I was gonna burp. Today it has upgraded to fetus. It was an embryo up until this point, but at 10 weeks it graduates to a fetus, and that's when like my doctor was saying that our blood like combines, so that's why they can do that blood test to like make sure genetically everything is okay with them, like just by taking my blood. So and that just like made me think, somebody was saying that there was like something they had to do, like just like they had to put a needle like into like the uterus or something to like, I don't know. And maybe that's still a thing, but my doctor hasn't mentioned anything about that. Next time I go in, I think I already mentioned that I'm doing a pap smear and blood work. And they'll do genetic testing with that, but they haven't told me anything crazy like that. And then it won't be in this vlog, but my next appointment that's scheduled after that, unless they make another one in between, is not until May 22nd when I do my anatomy scan. So there's going to be a long period of me not having any appointments or anything, which is crazy. Like, ironically, I hate going to the doctors, but now I want to go like all the time. I'm like, do ultrasounds, like let me see them. Like, I don't even care about the blood work at this point. Like, I just want to know. Like, it was really nice like having all the updates, because I have the my chart, so like I could see like as my all my blood work was coming in, I could like check it. I was like, oh my god, what's this, and it all came back really good. There was like a few things I knew. Like, I had chickenpox when I was a kid. I got chickenpox right before the vaccine came out, or maybe right around the same time, but I got it before I was able to get the vaccine. So they showed that I like have the possibility of getting shingles. That came up in my blood. There was like one that was like anxiety related that was like a little bit high, but my doctor said she would call me if there was anything concerning that came up, and they have not called. So I was watching everything. I was looking at it every day and like looking for my updates, and everything came back really good. So that's all good. Like I said, I do the pap smear next time, and that's on April 1st. Today is maybe the 13th or the 14th of March. I don't know. I've literally slept like all day today. That's like one thing, like first semester. The amount of times I've been doing that, like, and I don't know if it's pregnancy brain, but like saying the wrong words or the wrong names, I've been so bad. Like, and I've always kind of done that as a joke, especially if I don't like somebody. Like, I do it to my sister's friends. If I don't like one of her friends or her boyfriends, then I'll call them by the wrong name on purpose. But now it's like genuinely my brain is like feeding me the wrong names. Anyway, the first trimester sleepies are intense. Like, so one thing that my app has told me, and just like different things I've read have said, is, man, I hope I haven't been like blocking the speaker the whole time. I just realized I was holding my phone. Anyway, it's saying that to eat smaller meals, like 6 small meals a day instead of like 3 big meals, and that's so key. So at Atlanta, I wasn't able to do that because I was working, so I was doing like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I noticed like all the days that I like did a big lunch, I had to go back and sleep. Like, I couldn't just go like right back to the trade show like I normally would. Like, typically I probably would have like eaten at the trade show and then like just kept working, but I couldn't do it. I was like so exhausted. Like, eating big meals like knocks me out. So like at work, I'm finding if I cut up like vegetables and have like hummus and just like little things throughout the day, then that helps a lot, so I don't feel so tired. Because anytime I'm doing like the big meals, I have to take a nap after. And I'm hearing that like the second trimester that gets better and you get like a kick of energy. I still haven't had any morning sickness or anything like that. I still felt fine. I did get a headache today, but I do think that was like not sleeping great last night. And then I feel like sometimes if I sleep too much during the day, then that will also like make me get a headache. I don't know. I've noticed that trend throughout my life. And anyway, so it was a little disappointing today because I usually go out with my grampy on Wednesdays and spend time with him because he's got Alzheimer's and dementia, but I couldn't do it today. Like, I just could not get myself up. I was so tired. I just could not motivate myself to get up and shower and all that. So I'm going to try to go and see him on Sunday, and if I can't, then I will definitely be there next Wednesday. And maybe I'll stop by Monday too. I just like to see him as much as possible. He's still early in his dementia and Alzheimer's, so it's like the main things he remembers, but it's like his short-term memory is like so bad. But so anyway, I'm just trying to enjoy the time that I have with him. He doesn't know I'm pregnant yet. My family does not know. I'm going to tell them all on Easter, which I'm like excited and nervous about, I still feel like teen mom. I had Brandon laughing about that. I was like, I'm gonna have to tell my family about my teen pregnancy, and he was like, so what are you like, just mixing up the numbers for your birthday and saying you're 13 and not 31? It's like, I'm 16 actually. 16 and pregnant. That's what I feel like. So I know that obviously I'm not, it's a joke, but like, it's like, it's so weird, like telling your family, I guess. And like my mom's super excited, but like my family's not really that type that are like, when are you gonna have kids? You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm nervous about telling them, but I'm excited. I know they're gonna be excited. Like, I know nobody's gonna be like, oh my God, I'm at a good place in my life. It makes sense for me to have kids, but like, it's still like the weirdest thing, having to tell them I'm pregnant. Still weird to accept that I am pregnant, and now I can like really see it and like I can tell, but I don't know. Still weird cravings. Candy. Oh my God. I am a chocolate eater typically. If I'm going to eat candy, it's chocolate or sweets or something like that. That's not been my thing at all. It's like candy, like sour candy. Oh my God. I got those Starburst jelly beans. Oh my God, they're so good. Like, I could eat the entire bag. In fact, now I'm talking about them, I'm gonna go grab them because I've been snacking on them. Those are so good. And Brandon thinks that's hilarious because that's like the stuff he likes. It's like he freaking planted his little seed, and then now I'm just like turning into him. Like, all I want is water and candy, and that's like his shit. Like I said, I'm a chocolate drinker. I like my soda. I'll do like one of these. Hi, Steve. These strawberries and cream. I like the strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper. My only complaint is it could be fizzier. I like a good fizzy soda. I was always a ginger ale drinker before. I love ginger ale. It's like, got that good like fizz and it's spicy a little bit. It's my favorite. But been on a Dr. Pepper kick recently. Or just plain Coke. If I'm at a restaurant, I'll just get a plain Coke. Or water. Water with lemon. I do like water with lemon a lot. I always have, but like now it's like extra good. So I think that's about it. This pregnancy pillow is to die for. It's huge. Like, you see, it like goes all the way down. Oh my God, I love it. I slept over at Brandon's last night and I like literally woke up several times. I was like, I miss my pregnancy pillow. I should have brought, this is the one I bought, and I think I said my friend Cynthia had given me one. I freaking love this thing. Like, I'm gonna have this thing the rest of my life. Like, no shit. If it ever gets beat up enough, I'll buy another one. It wasn't even that expensive. I want to say it was maybe 45 or $50. Well fucking worth it. Like, this thing is so comfy. Like, I just get it all snuggled up in there. I love it. I love my pregnancy pillows. And like I said, I've got this one out here for like when I'm watching TV and whatever, and I've got another one in my bedroom. Like, life-changing. And like, I think about like, even like when the baby's here, like put them in this little nook for like things, like when they're like at that point they kind of want to sit up but they can't by themselves, like they can hold their head up, you know what I'm saying? Like, this thing is like the bomb. This is the best invention ever. And I got the one, it's like U-shaped, like the whole thing is like this, but they had one that you can disconnect the back or whatever, but I like the back, how it is. Like, it makes me feel like I'm just like getting like a little hug, you know, like I'm just like surrounded. I like it. That is the best thing ever. Best purchase thus far of my pregnancy. So, a couple more weeks and I'll know the gender and I can start buying clothes and stuff. What the hell are you looking at? Like, y'all saw her staring, looking over. Ma'am, can I help you, Steve? Stacy. Stacy. What are you gonna be, a big sister? She said, I'm gonna hate it. She's probably gonna avoid them at all costs. I think she'll eventually get there with them because she's gonna have to. She's gonna be around them all the time. But she's an avoidant. Like, I would never worry about her biting or anything, but she will get up and leave. She's gonna be like, hell no, you know. But she may surprise me. Maybe she'll love them. I know Hammer will love them. And Luna, she's gonna take some work. She's not a huge fan of kids, so. But she always did well with my little sisters. My youngest one she's 15, Luna's 10. So yeah, she's known Luna since she was 5 years old. Is she 15 or is she 14? I think she's actually 14. So 4, you know. So anyway, Luna was always fine with her. But so I think, you know, because my kid will obviously have boundaries with dogs. Like, that's something that they're going to learn, you know. And I think they'll be fine. I think Luna's going to get there with them. I think she's going to be a little bit like, what the fuck is this creature doing in my house whenever I first bring him home? But I think we'll get there. And by the time they're mobile, she'll be fine. So, and she's 10. So I don't know. I mean, if I have another like 5, 8 good years with Luna, I'll be happy. She's as healthy as can be, you know, but at the same time, like, y'all saw how quick Max went downhill and he was only 9, so I always try to think, like, okay, well, like I said, if I get another, like, 20 would be really old for a dog like Luna, but if she made it to, like, 15, 18, I would be very satisfied. I feel like we had a really good long life together, and like I said, all in all, like, she didn't had any health problems, even, like her little hips and stuff, like, that for sure, because she's like a mix of like a big ass German Shepherd Husky thing with a Corgi. So, you know, she's been on glucosamine for a long time, but all in all, she's really healthy. So, like I said, I hope we have a good amount of time with them and she gets to at least be around for a good part of their life. And yeah, I think she's gonna be all right. They'll all learn. It's gonna be an adjustment for all of us. You know, all of us are gonna have a lot to learn. But I'm really excited still, like, super fucking excited. The more I think about it, the more excited I get. I'm like, wow, like, this is gonna be, because I do have a tendency, I was telling my friend this, that sometimes I get caught up on dumb shit, you know? So I think having, like, this big thing that I, like, have to focus on, I think that's gonna be really good for me, because it's something I want to focus on and something that's gonna make me happy. And, like, I'm like that, so, like, so my sisters are way younger than me, especially the youngest one. Like, I was the type that I was like planning like our whole weekend, like, oh, we're gonna do all these fun things. So, like, I definitely think I'm gonna be like the craft mom of like, oh, like, I just found this little fun thing, like, let's make this craft and whatever. And I think because Brandon is an artist, and I think that they will be very artsy and crafty and all that, so I think we'll have so much fun. And like I said, it'll give me something really positive to focus on. So I'm really excited. I'm very excited. It's all starting to become really real. So anyway, we just thought we'd check in, tell you guys about Atlanta and all that, because that was the first time I really got to tell people that I'm expecting, and it's really excited. Like, especially like my close friends are so excited. I think some people were like kind of shocked, like, and then like I had a lot of people too that were like, and maybe this will be a topic of conversation, especially as I get further along, but a lot of people were like thinking that I'm gonna do like like very natural home birth and all that. And like, if that's your journey, like, more power to you, but that's not my journey. I'm gonna be in the hospital, I'm gonna get my epidural, like, and don't even try to talk me out of it, because I'm not gonna be talked out of it. The hospital is a non-negotiable, because, you know, I'm obviously hoping for a natural birth, but God forbid something happens and I need to get a C-section, I need to be in a hospital, you know. And I'm sure there's going to be at least one person that wants to argue with me on it, and you might as well save your breath, because, like, I know what I am planning as far as that goes. and I'd like to do the epidural, but my mom asked for it with me and my sister and didn't get it. And then my youngest one, she did get it, but but I'm gonna ask for it. That's my plan. And yeah, I just want to be where the baby is safe and everything, because like there was one girl I was watching and her baby had like a heart condition, and as soon as he was born, he had to go to the NICU and get different things for like his heart, and he was on medication and all that. So it's like I just think about stuff like that, and I just wouldn't want to be home like 20-30 minutes from like the local hospital if there was something like that where they needed immediate medical attention, or I did. So I was actually surprised that I had so many people surprised that I wasn't going to go all natural. I was like, I drink Red Bulls. I did. Obviously, I'm not now, but I'm like, I'm not like an all natural. And y'all know I don't like typically I don't like the all natural scents or anything like that. Like I'm a little hippie, like I like my Stevie Nicks and like that kind of stuff, but I'm not like that level hippie. I say I used to not like essential oils because now that I'm pregnant, that's like stuff that I like. Like some strong like cleaners and like harsher chemicals are not sitting well with me, but like essential oils like I really like. They're like very soothing to me. There was this pillow spray at the Marriott hotel that I stayed at, and it was just like lavender and chamomile that you spray on your pillow to like help you go to sleep. That shit was so good. I'm gonna go get some of that because it was very soothing. I just feel like I respond more to the essential oils because I've always been like one of those like it doesn't smell very good, but I like it now. Isn't that weird how your scents and everything change? I'd like to know why that is, like why different scents affect you differently when you're pregnant. I don't really know the reasoning. I've read a lot of articles, but I can't think of any that have explained that. But anyway, I'm blabbing at this point, but it's still pregnancy related, so at least I'm staying on the right track. Because sometimes I can just go off a different direction, just be talking about nothing. Y'all know I love to blab. Right, we are 12 weeks today. So let me tell you guys about my little accident yesterday. So I had been, sorry, we're folding laundry. Don't you fucking dare. Go that way. Y'all saw that, right? She's about to walk across all my folded clothes. Anyway, so I've been having some lower back pain, especially like when I'm doing like my really long days at work. So I thought, well, I'll just buy a stool, right? So that way I can sit while I'm grooming. And I was using it on my first dog yesterday and everything was going great, but I was kind of on a hill. So I'm sitting there like moving, I was like leaning down and the fucking wheels slipped out from under me. I like tried to catch myself, but I like went down on my butt and called my OB, and I'm like, I just fell, and they were like, you should be good, but if you have any sort of cramping or anything, so I'm watching because I had a different situation take place I'll tell you guys about in a second. So I'm waiting for somebody to get here. But anyway, she's like, if you feel any cramping or if you have any bleeding, then go to the ER because they'll be able to get you the fastest ultrasound. So I'm made it through that. She told me to rest, and I had like a decent break. Like my day was like spread out. I had like one early in the morning, and then the other one was like after this couple got off of work, so it wasn't until like way later in the afternoon. So I was like, okay, well, I'll lay down. So I laid down for a while and I felt fine. But then when I got up to start working on my last dog, I felt like I started feeling cramping. But it wasn't like bad. But by the time I started feeling it, it was after my OB closed. So I should have asked, like, how severe of pain are we talking? Because it was like, I felt like I was feeling cramps, but like if I was, they were like a level 2 or a level 1. Like my basic period cramps are like an 8 or a 9 on the pain scale for me. Like I get bad period cramps. So it wasn't anything like that. Like I wasn't having like bad cramps, but I felt like I was having cramps. And then I couldn't tell, like I was like, is this in my head? Am I actually cramping? And then I was like, okay, well I need to just go to the ER because I was like, if I don't, I'm going to be in my head and I'm going to be like, oh God, what if something's wrong? You know what I mean? So go to the ER. I text my mom and she's like, I'm on my way. I was like, okay. I was like, you don't have to. I was like, it's fine, you know, because I'm planning on doing all this by myself anyway. So I was like, it's fine. But she was so worried. She like texted the pastor at her church and was like telling him to pray for me. I'm not laughing. Like, it was cute. I care that. I'm glad she cares that much. But I'm laughing because it was not a big deal. But because I knew, and I said, that's why I was like, you can come if you want to. Oops, sorry, dryer sheets. But I was like, I think that I'm fine. I was like, I just slipped off the stool. I fell on my butt. The nurse at my OB said that I should have plenty of cushion. That should be fine. I was like, but I just started getting in my head about it. And now I feel like I am cramping. And I was like, I don't know. Because, the first few weeks after I got pregnant, I don't know if this is like this for everybody. But after I got pregnant, I did have some cramping around like the 5 to 6 week mark. And I had a little bit of spotting then too. But I have not had any cramping or spotting since. And I'm 12 weeks today, I think I mentioned. So anyway, I went, my mom comes up there. And honestly, like, I'm sitting there in this waiting room. I'm at the ER. So obviously there's like all kinds of people that are there for all different reasons. And there was like quite a few sick people. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, was this a good idea? Like, should I really be here around all of these really sick people that are like coughing and hacking all over the place? I'm like, this was probably, I don't want to say pointless, because the OB was like, they'll give you an ultrasound, whatever. So I was like, all right. So I sat up there for 3 freaking hours. My mom got there after the first hour because I'd already gotten up there and like gotten settled in. I'd already done like the paperwork and stuff. Sorry, let me make sure this truck is not for me. I had an electricity problem we'll talk about in a second. No, it's not. Anyway, I'm waiting for my electrician to get here. I think everything's fine, but we'll get there in a second. So, got everything filled out. I went to the hospital that's like the same branch as like the OB that I go to. So all my stuff was in the system. It was really easy to check in and everything, and everybody's really nice, but it's just busy, you know. And then me and my mom like sat in this hallway for a while, and the nurse finally came up. Oh shit, this is for me. All right, pause. Okay, sorry, that was the electrician. Like I said, we'll get to that story in a second. But so me and my mom sitting in this hallway. The nurse comes up. She says, hey, you know, we have 2 options. She's like, either way, you need an ultrasound. She was like, we can either, basically, this is like, by this point, it was like 9:30 at night. I've been there since like 7. And she says, we can either, she's like, I can do an ultrasound here in the hallway and get it done a lot faster. But the downside is that all we'll be able to test for is the heartbeat. Or you can sit around and wait for them to do like a full ultrasound with that they can see like placenta and all that stuff. But she was like, that will be a lot longer. And I had already been waiting for like 2.5 hours by this point. And I wasn't having any bleeding. I wasn't fully convinced I was even having cramping. So I was like, let's go with like the less... like the not as crazy ultrasound. I was like, you know, as long as they have a heartbeat and everything, I was like, I'll just kind of keep an eye out. If I start spotting or anything, I'll just go back to the OB. And so she comes, and finally, because I had to wait like another probably 20 plus minutes for her to come back with the ultrasound machine. And she did, and like immediately, and this is just like how they are, I swear they're gonna be such an active little baby, but she like immediately put the thing on my stomach, and they're like wiggling around. I was like, that motherfucker is fine. So anyway, it was no big deal. And she got the heartbeat, and the heartbeat was good, everything looked good. So I actually have a different appointment on Monday that was for a pap smear and the NIPT test and all of that. So that will be probably the last part of this video anyway. But I figured, I was like, if I still have concerns, or if they have concerns, then we can go over it whenever I go for that day, because I'll be there early on Monday morning anyway. So if they feel like we need more than what I did, then I'm sure then we could just do it on Monday, because they do the full ultrasounds there. So it was all okay, but I do think I'm going to get a different stool, because that just like made me paranoid. And then I hadn't posted anything because like nobody knows I'm pregnant yet. But this girl that follows me on Instagram randomly responded to my story, and she's like, dude, I fall off in my rolly stool like once a day. And I was just like she doesn't even know that was kind of like a confirmation to me that I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna sit on this rolly stool, because I can't be falling off and going to the ER every day. That'd be ridiculous. So anyway, catastrophe averted. But then the reason that the electrician just came is I woke up at like 3 a.m. to like all the lights in my house surging. And I don't remember if I put this on YouTube or not, but basically last year my house, I think, was like struck by lightning, and I completely lost power. It fried everything. It damaged my HVAC system, my refrigerator, my water heater. They had to replace like half the stuff in my breaker box. They had to replace the panels outside, everything. And that week I was in the middle of transitioning between vans. That's why I kind of don't think I ended up making a YouTube video, because I was kind of like trying not to have a mental breakdown. But anyway, so I was in the middle of transitioning vans, and literally it all fried whenever I was about to bring my first van, to get the wrap off. And I went and brought it, and then I came back and like everything was screwed. So I was like, okay, well, I was going to call, because this is on a Saturday that it happened. And I only remember that because it was a weekend, and I thought, well, I'll just, I have so much clothes. Like, don't judge me on how much clothes I had to put away. I've been a little lazy recently. In my defense, I've been very tired, but I'm starting to feel more energy, feeling more energetic. I don't know how I want to put that. Anyway, so, all my power was fried. I was without power for days. Like I said, I was going to try to wait until Monday, because this is the Saturday before Easter, right? So Easter was the next day. So I'm like, I don't want to call out an electrician on a weekend, much less a holiday weekend. But then it started getting like pretty severe, and I was like, okay, like, I think this is dangerous. And then I'm trying to remember exactly how it happened. I really should have done a video like at the time of like what all happened, because it was a year ago and now I've like forgotten a lot of it. But honestly, like last night, it like triggered that, like the panic and like all of that. Like I was like, oh my God, like I can't go without power for a week again. And like, I don't want all my stuff getting damaged. I was literally up at between 2:30 and 3 this morning. After I'd been at the hospital until 10, I didn't even go to sleep until 11. So I'm up at like 3 a.m, going around, turning everything off. I went outside, I unplugged my van, like all that, because I was like, I will be damned if I have all my stuff damaged again. I got a surge protector whenever I replaced everything, but like I don't know what the surge protector does, and like if it would have stopped anything from getting damaged. So anything expensive, I just went ahead and unplugged. And anyway, so when I did that, and then I called, we have Duke here. I don't know if that's everywhere or what, but that Duke is the power company. That's who I pay my power bill to. So I called them at like 3 a.m, and I'm like, hey, my power is surging. And she tested it. She looks, she's like, well, you have full power come to your house. It's not on our end. And she's like, go ahead and turn all the breakers off and then turn them back on. So I turned them all off and turned it back on. And for a second, it seemed like everything was not going to keep flashing, but then it did. Like literally my lights were like, they go on, off, on, off, on, off. And I was like, no, they're still flashing. And she's like, well, I guess I'll put in a service request and we can come out and check and make sure it's not on our end, but you probably need to call your electrician. I was like, because like, honestly, they were super nice today when they came out, but like last year I didn't have the best experience with them. It was just not a great time. So I was like, honestly, like these people are like the last people I wanted to deal with again. Am I going to hang this up? I think I'm going to hang this skirt up. that's not that you guys care, but this pile where I'm just like throwing everything loose, that's the stuff I hang up in my closet. Anyway, so I'm like, oh my God, I did not feel like calling these electricians out. But she tells me, well, it's not on our end, da-da-da. And I'm like up at 3 a.m. anyway. So I called them and left them a message at literally like 3 a.m. because I couldn't sleep. I was like so stressed about it. I was like, I do not want to go through this again. Because last time was already trouble enough, and my mom was a lot more free at the time, so she could be here with the electricians and stuff. But now my mom is like really busy, so basically there wasn't anybody that could have been here with the electricians. I was like, what am I going to do? So I was like, don't freak out about it, like it's gonna be okay. So Duke came here first thing in the morning. I literally got up and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go get a coffee. And then I was like walking inside, and like these windows are typically closed, but I had them open so I could see what was going on outside, and I needed the light because I had no power. Anyway, so I look out and I see the Duke truck in my driveway, and I was like, shit. So went outside, I was like, hey, do you need me? Because last year when they came, they did everything outside and they didn't need me for anything. They were like, no, we're just checking things, whatever. It's not on our end. Bye. And this morning he came out and basically was like, he was like, I can check. He was like, I'll know pretty much immediately if it's on our end or not. So he tested this thing in my little power box, and he was like immediately like, oh no, this is on our end. And he goes up, power lines out back were chewed by some squirrels. There's 2 different neutral lines that were damaged. And anyway, he changed out those lines. Everything seemed to be working fine. I told the people that did my electric, I was like, hey, Duke said it was on their end. Don't worry about coming out. But then they called me and they were like, hey, like we won't charge you. Like we can just come out and like check all our stuff and make sure it's good and everything. And I was like, yeah, as long as there's no charge, because I'm like really just trying to like be tight on money. I did just go get my nails done, but I've switched. I was doing 2 weeks and I was doing it much longer, so they were more expensive every time. And now I'm doing 4 weeks and much shorter, so they're cheaper. So trying to budget, but still like do my things for me, I think I'm gonna hang this up. Anyway, so he came out just now when I had to end that last portion of the video, and he just came in and tested everything, the breaker box, and tested the panels outside, and everything looks good. So thank God for that. It didn't cost me anything. I was honestly really relieved when Duke said it was their fault. I was like, oh, thank God, because I was like, I just know, like, because to go through the electricity company, because like Duke or whatever, like the people you pay your power bill to, they don't like charge you for those kind of things. But if there was even something damaged with the electricity, I was not sure that they wouldn't just charge me. Like they wouldn't be like, oh, well, this is wrong now, you got to pay this. And I'm not joking, you guys. I think I spent about $15,000 last year replacing everything once it was all said and done. So I was a little stressed when I thought there was something else going on. I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And like, because insurance paid for it, but like the thing is you have to pay everything out of pocket. I had to open like lines of credit to pay for some of this stuff, and then like pay it off once they sent me the money. But it took a while, so I was like having to make payments on this like these lines of credit that I had, so that it wasn't like damaging my credit until I got paid back. And it was like once I got paid back it was fine, but it takes time because the insurance company is going to investigate and all of that. And like the electricians, like I said, I wasn't having like a great experience with them, and they kept not sending the insurance guy what he needed, and the insurance guy was already taking forever. And it's like we'd wait like a couple weeks and we'd finally hear back from the insurance guy, and he'd be like, oh, the electrician didn't send me what I needed. Then we'd like call the electrician and we'd be like, because he'd be like, I want to get paid, I want my money. And I'm like, I can't get it. Like the insurance company is saying you didn't send them something, and it was a nightmare. So I was like, that is the last thing I feel like dealing with, is like all of that stuff again. So anyway, that's why I was stressed and running around like a crazy person at 3 a.m. unplugging everything, because I was like, we are not doing that again, sis. I learned. So anyway, that has nothing to do with me being pregnant, other than that it probably stressed me out a little bit more, because I was like, last year was not great. It was uncomfortable and whatever, but last year there was not a chance in hell I was pregnant, because I was like all but celibate at that point. I guess you could say I was celibate. I hadn't been with anybody in that sense in like 2-3 years. So there was no chance. I hadn't been doing the deed with anybody, so that wasn't a problem. I wasn't worried about anything like that. And like, I'm a tough cookie. But now I'm like, I gotta take care of my little self, because now everything I do affects another little being. So I can't be in a house that has no heating and air and no refrigerator and power and all that stuff. I was like, I can't do that again, not now. So anyway, that's where it all falls back to me being pregnant. But aren't my nails so cute though? Keep it on a more positive subject, because we're good. Everything's fine. But yeah, that was my stressful moment of the day. So went and got my nails done. My toes are like the darker yellow. I don't know if you guys can even really tell on camera. Like, these ones are darker, and my toes are that dark yellow. I just did solid on my toes. I didn't do French today. But also, side note, if you get acrylics done, the nude colors are easier for the machine to read than like some of the darker colors. And they also told me the machine doesn't like blue, but I've heard there's like different ways they can do it, but I'm just trying to make it easier on them. And like I said, I was at the hospital last night and they were able to read no problem. And I still had the last set, which had like blue on these 2 fingers. So I just did the neutral nails. So I'll probably try to keep some nude nails just in case, just so that I don't have to take extra time getting those kind of things done, because now I'm at a point where pretty much going once a month. So anyway, my second trimester starts next week, so I will probably do one more video after I go for my blood test and all of that, or like one more clip, I guess, to add to this vlog after that. And maybe I will finish it off by like maybe giving the results to the NIPT test. Maybe do something like that, because I'm not going to be announcing until I get everything back with that anyway. And once I announce, then I'm planning on posting this vlog. So y'all will get like the full deal, so you guys know what has been going on with me. So anyway, I'm going to put this laundry up so I can go over to my grandpa's. But yeah, thanks for listening to my TED Talk. I was thinking, I have not done a bump date. I'm still a little, honestly. Like, when I'm sitting down, you can tell more. And, like, it feels, like, more firm. But, like, I have yet to have anybody realize. I guess when you're really looking, it's, like, almost sticking out as far as my butt now. But I have yet, like, if once I tell people, they're like, oh, I can tell. But it's, like, just walking around, I have not had one single person be like, oh, you're pregnant, you know. So I'll show you when we sit down. Okay, when I sit down, then it's like more pronounced, like especially from like my angle, which I don't even know how to show you that. Like, yeah, you can kind of tell from the side. It looks more like a true round pregnancy belly. I almost said pillow because I'm leaning on my pillow right now. Anyway, so when I'm sitting down, it's more pronounced, but I feel like one day it's just gonna pop. But right now, it's still little. Like I said, I've had a few friends fill out, I can tell. I'm like, yeah, because you know, I've not had one single person be like, are you pregnant? That I didn't already tell, you know, so not visible in my opinion. I completely forgot to make a video the other day after I went to my initial pregnancy visit, I think is what they called it. Is like, I had to do a pap smear. It's always fun. And then I talked to the doctor a lot. She's actually like super great. Like, one thing I don't think I really addressed in this video is the like me and Brandon situation. So we're fine. Like, we're friendly. Like, everything's good. I'm trying to think how much details I want to give about our situation. We were together for like a few months and then split up, and then 2 days later I found out I was pregnant. And he is a little bit older and he has 3 kids. He's 42. He'll be 43 this year. And he's got 3 kids, and the youngest is like 15. And he didn't want any more kids. And I didn't want to get rid of the kid. So it obviously caused, I don't want to say tension, but like we were, I guess maybe tension's the right word. We were both kind of like, you know, like it was just like an awkward thing. And he wasn't initially sure he wanted to be involved and like all of that stuff. So it was just like a lot, you know. So anyway, when I went for this visit, I got testing done on me and on the baby. So what they're testing, I don't know what happened here. Like my lips, I think, were chapped and I was chewing on them. So if you notice that, that's what that is. And this is from Stevie walking across my couch. Anyway, so okay, I did the testing for me and the baby. So the baby was testing for Down syndrome, those kind of things, but also you can get the genetics now. I was just talking to my accountant about that. She was like blown away. She's like, they can get the genetics through blood. And she was like, do they have to get like the baby's blood? No, they get it from you. They told me after 10 weeks that like our blood like combines so they can read stuff from the baby through like my blood. So crazy, right? I've been watching a lot of Buffy the Vampire Slayer 3 and 2, so it's just like a lot of blood stuff right now. Anyway, so they told me that, you know, once my stuff comes back, so let's say I'm a carrier of like sickle cell, then they want to test Brandon and see if he also is a carrier for something like that. Because if he is and we're both carriers, then that's something that they need to be more aware of, because the baby would have a much higher likelihood of getting those things. So I'd said to her, because she was like, okay, well, once your results come back, if you're a carrier of anything, we're gonna have to test Dad. And I was like, I said, and what if Dad doesn't want to? Because like it was like really wishy-washy for a while, and he was like the first to say that. Like I think it was just like a lot for him to take in. Like I said, his kids were grown, and like I said, I don't want to like give too much about like his personal life, because he's like more private than I am. I'm like, girl, whatever. Yeah, I had happened to me the other day. Like I'm like really open about things, but like not everybody's that way, so I'm trying to be respectful of his privacy. But essentially his kids were grown. He had his kids when he was really young. His oldest he had when he was 17. So he like spent his whole early adulthood raising kids. So I think he was looking at like, now that they're all grown up, to be able to enjoy, you know, his adulthood now, you know. And when he found this out, he was like, you know, and he didn't want me to keep them, and like I said, I wasn't really like willing to get rid of them. So it was just like a thing, you know. So it was wishy-washy for a while. And we kind of had to like work things out. It's still like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, we just get it, it's all worked out now. Like it's complicated, but like we're always gonna have a lot of love for each other. So I think that almost makes it more complicated. Like I think it'd be like less complicated if we weren't. Anyway, didn't matter. But so I told her, I was like, you know, what if he doesn't want to do it? And she was like, then we won't do it. She's like, of course it's better if we know and can test him too. She was like, so she's asking me a little bit of background on him, and I told her a lot of the stuff I just told you guys and some little extra things. And she was like, she's like, you'd be so surprised. She's like, I see it obviously a lot since I'm in this field. And she said there's a lot of guys that initially like find out they don't want anything to do with them, and as things become more real and the baby becomes like more of a thing, then they want to be more involved. And that's kind of like how things have been. Like I had the stool incident, and then I went for that checkup on Monday, and I listened to the heartbeat and everything, and I'd like said something about like the ultrasound of the hospital just like wasn't great. They were just checking for that the baby was in there and moving, and that they had the heartbeat and everything. That's all they were looking for. And they didn't even send me pictures or anything, but he was like, oh, can I see the ultrasounds and all that? He's seen the ultrasounds that I have thus far and all that. But it's funny because I stayed there last night, and we were laying there, and I was like, oh, I can like feel them moving. And he was like, they're too small, you can't feel that. And like, so for me, it almost feels like butterflies. Like, I don't know how else to explain it, but like if you press like where they're at, I'm trying to see if they're moving right now. you can feel like a little bit of wiggling. So I could feel them last night, and then like I put his hand like right where they're at, because like it's the interesting thing about like pregnancy bellies. Let me show you. So like you think, because like where it looks like I've gained weight is like here ish, right? They are like down here. So if I press there, yeah, I can feel them. They're like, they hate it too. Like, that's the thing. I'm like trying to be like a comforting, like, mom, like, oh, I'm gonna put my little hand on you. And they're like, get off. So I put his hand there, and he's like, I can't feel it moving. I was like, I told you. I mean, they're like the size of a lemon right now. Like, they're small, but they're not like this tiny anymore. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. Like, I can't feel them like kicking. Like, if I'm sitting here like this, like, I can sometimes, like I said, it almost feels like butterflies, or like almost anxiety, like twisting, turning. It's like that kind of thing. But yeah, if you like press where they're at, then you can like feel them. Like, I just feel like little pokes back, basically. So like a bittersweet thing. Like, it's so cute. Like, I'm like, oh my God, like they're really in there, like, ah. But then like at the same time, like, I'm like, but when they get bigger, if they're still moving around like that, which I think they will be, because every ultrasound I've done, that's what they're doing. They're just like wiggling around. So I'm like, and he said like his other 3 kids were really active. So anyway, where we're at now is like, we're not together, like, but we talk, you know, we like obviously see each other and like those kind of things. It's complex, but yeah, I expect he'll be around. I don't know. I think so. It's complicated, but I'm gonna love them regardless. Like, I can't even explain, like, just like even just now, like feeling their little kick or punch. I'm like, it's just like unreal, like knowing they're really in there and all that. So anyway, I've got to wait a couple weeks. Well, they said it'd be this week that I get the results back for those tests that we just did. So I'm going to be checking, and then I think once I get those tests, I'll finish up this video. I don't think I'm going to say what the gender is, though. I know. Like, I'm sorry that you guys watched for like 2 hours, and if you're expecting to get the gender at the end, then I'm sorry to disappoint. But I think I'm going to put this video up before I do the gender reveal and all that. So that's why I'm like, I'll wait. I may do a separate video for that, because I'm also going to do a separate video to be like, I'm pregnant, because I haven't done that yet. So anyway, we'll wrap up with that. But yeah. Oh, and then another thing, my blood pressure has been high, so they put me on like baby aspirin. So I have to take that today, or not today, until I have the baby. There's other benefits too besides helping with blood pressure. It also like helps like with the placenta and like all that stuff. I don't know. She's explaining to me, it's too medical. I'm just like, okay, this is what I need to take, I'll take it, you know. So I did get put on 162 milligrams of aspirin daily, as well as my prenatals. So that's all. But other than that, I've been really healthy, and everything's been really good, and I'm excited to get that test back, and I'm excited that I can feel this little guy or girl moving around, you know? That's so crazy. It's so weird, like, but so exciting. So anyway, I guess I'll check back in once we get those results, and I can tell you the baby's healthy and everything. I can tell you they're active, very active. All right, so I'm gonna wrap this video up now, because I did get the genetic testing back. They're healthy, and I have posted on Facebook and Instagram letting everybody know. So, and I do have the gender. I'm gonna do like a separate video. I'm gonna try to get some video of my gender reveal party and everything. Sorry, I've been like getting 1,000 messages all day about all of this, so it's been a lot. But everybody's super excited. It's really cool. But I'm like honestly like so peopled out right now. I'm about to go over to Becca's and just chill. I may take a nap first. I'm debating. I ate a big lunch and it's still knocking me out. I'm better. Like, it's not like an instant like I can't go on kind of tired, but I'm still tired. But anyway, I'll be 14 weeks tomorrow. So actually this is perfect, because this is the last day of my first trimester. So makes sense to end the vlog now. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this journey. I'm looking forward to second trimester, seeing what we're in for, seeing what it's going to be like. 'Cause it's been a crazy couple of months, but I wouldn't trade it, and I'm really excited. So anyway, I'm gonna end this. I actually gotta record an intro real quick, so I'm gonna end it and start it all in one go. But thank you guys as always for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.